Hey, Miss Sherry Beery, how are you
Oh,
today?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey, how are you? I am hanging in there. Trying. Hey, Lalima. Oh my gosh, it's good to see you. Haven't seen you in a long, long time. We miss you in class. We miss you too, Sherry Beery. I think I'm
Hmm.
gonna go to class tomorrow. I say that every Monday, and then at like 6:25, I'm dead asleep. Like, hi,
Well,
Miriam. So we'll see. Hopefully, I'll make it to Monday night class. Tuesday night class was good. I was late last week, but I made it. How are you feeling after the accident? Are you all better? Are you,
I'm
um,
all right. I'm sore. My wrist is sore. Today is one of the first days I've been completely out of my brace just to give it a break, but
so
I
what
have to.
happened? Like, I know you were an accident, but what were the details of it? Hey, pretty
Okay,
unique.
so
Just
hello,
post your
everybody.
question, guys. If you have a question, post it. I'll put you on the list.
Okay, so Tuesday the 13th is driving home from work on the 60 eastbound between Alma School and Country Club, and the traffic had come to a complete stop. I'm in the fast lane next to the HOV lane, and I'm at a stop, and I look in my rear view mirror, and this white truck, is like zipping in and out of the fast lane and the HOV lane, and I just remember looking in the rearview mirror, and I'm like, he's going to hit me. And I sat there and just kind of waited, and he plowed into the back of my car. And I heard the screech. I watched the truck because I'm watching in the rearview mirror hit the back of my car. I fishtailed because I mean, it was almost directly like here's the back of my car. It was almost full on direct to the back of my car. He missed the side of it by this much. Um, so I was fishtailing on the freeway.
I was
Um,
gonna say, what did he say? But he didn't say anything because he didn't stop.
He didn't stop. Yeah, we're taking free questions. He didn't stop. So, he was probably doing 50, 60 miles an hour and just plowed into
Full
me. And like I
impact
said,
to the
I
back
was,
of your truck.
yep. So I'm glad I had a full tank of gas because it punctured my gas tank. It bent the muffler up underneath the car, the whole muffler, whole exhaust, everything. The bumper has two pieces, so the bottom piece was missing. The bumper was smashed in,
How
the
the hell
tailgate
did
of my
he get away with such thick traffic?
he got off that country club and took off. He
Oh,
took off. Yeah, so somebody called it in, but they weren't sure if it was hit that particular vehicle. But yeah, that's what happened. Totaled my car, the ruptured gas tank. I think it did some damage to the wheels. So because the truck kind of, it was a pretty big, it was a Toyota, like a Tundra or something. It was an older Toyota. So anybody in the Mesa area knows anybody who drives a white pickup with front end damage that's only a couple weeks old, please let me know.
wow. That is crazy.
This-
Okay, we have quite a few people on the list. I have Lalima, Pretty Unique, Christine, Mary M. The person who asks how somebody else feels about you. I don't get into other people's energy because I don't have their permission. I can do a general reading for you, but I can't tell you how somebody else feels because it's kind of like probing into their diary, and I just don't do that because I don't have that permission. But if you reword your question or if you just want a general, I can do that for you. Kay, is this Kay from Tuesday night class? Butterfly, I have you for a general reading. Oh my gosh. Hey, everybody. I guess we better get started because we
Hello?
have like five people on the list and they're coming in.
Whoop,
Will
whoop.
you move to Turkey if what? Mia, Mayo,
When,
you're
if,
on the list
yes. Oh, you
with
know
it.
what? I forgot to turn on my
Hey, Wanshell, how are you?
candy.
All right, let's get it done. Stop calling her that. That's not her name. No.
You're retarded. That's my sister. I will call her whatever the hell I want
Oh,
to.
I love her regular name. Just, oh, I love it. All right, so who's first on the list? Let's go. First question that I had. Y'all, Keenan not here, so y'all know y'all gonna get the best of the best. Hey, Alicia. Congratulations, Alicia. Um, so the first person up is Miss Lalima. Pretty Unique, you're next after that. Christine, Native Love, you're after that. Mary M, Butterfly, and Mio or Mayo, you're next. So there are 6 people on the list. Mayo, I got you.
Hey, Solace.
All right, so you could go ahead and get started with Miss Lalima if you have anything. The person that asked about love, I think I missed your question. Let me go back and see if I can
What are
find
we,
it.
Alicia, what are we congratulating you for?
New job
Ah, whoop, whoop.
and the company that she wanted. Hey Don, how are you?
Hey, Dawn. Whoop, whoop.
All right, well, let's get started. Miss Lalima, your energy is good. Well, okay, it's positive, but it's flat. Is that kind of how it feels for you? It's kind of flat, but you can go ahead. Don said
So
he's
I have
glad to see you back and healthy. We all are.
yeah,
Hey
me
Brenda.
too. I think my car saved my life, to be
Exactly. I was
honest.
gonna say, like, that had the car had to get so much of that impact for somebody to be coming and rear end you at 60 miles an hour, and you are, for all intents and purposes, no broken bones, just kind of sore. That is a hell of a safety blanket around you.
Yes, I don't blame. I appreciate like whatever deity was hanging out with me that particular day. Um, because I really felt that, I had the chest contusions and the back and the wrist, and I was like, how did nothing else
Get
happen?
broken at 60 miles, like,
Yeah.
because that happened to my friend. Traffic slowed down, and this person was probably doing close to 80, and they'd never hit the brakes. They were like full on crashing to back of her.
Oh,
She is on a walk. She is on a cane now. Like, she was never the same after
yeah.
that. So thank you, Miss Pamela. It's always good to see you in the comments. Again, follow, like, share. If you're on Sherry's page, come to my page. If you're on my page, go to Sherry's page. All right, well, let's get started with Miss Lalima. We have 7 on the list, so we're gonna get it moving, 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 people.
Okay.
Again, type your question if you have a question and you want to read, and go ahead and pop it in.
All right. Okay. So I got the five of spades, which we know, I know that the spades are the swords card, which are heartache, death, suffering, woes. And as the five of spades talks about illness, um, bearing few uh, fights and arguments from the past, letting things go and overcoming these issues. So, this is telling me that you've had a long, hard felt battle that you have yourself tried to work through and get out of. Then I've come to the Three of Diamonds, which is about good luck and prosperity and changes and helpfulness and happiness. So again, that goes along with that Five of Spades saying like you've overcome these things. And then I have the Nine of Hearts, and the hearts are cups. Cups for me are filling and bringing good prosperities and things into your lives. And this talks about new family, new relationships, something new coming into your life. So overall, it tells me you've had lots of struggles with maybe your illnesses with yourself or illnesses with somebody else, that is changing for you, and then you're going to come into good things. You're going to come into the things that are prosperous for you. Just yes, okay, definitely had a couple of rough getting it over it. Okay, perfect. Thank you for validation. um it does look like more exactly what Angie said. Your energy is good, but it's flat. But I think it's going to go up into this beautiful because I just now see this beautiful field of flowers. So the you know, I have to burn shit down in a forest for the flowers to some of the flowers to bloom, and that's what I'm seeing is like this hot fire. Seeds are opening up, and you're going to be blooming into this beautiful meadow. Um, that's what I am getting, Miss Angie.
Oh, good. Okay, so N, I have you on the list. Somebody last name Cherry got you on the list. Pam got you on the list. Pamela got you on the list. For the people who are asking about somebody else's feelings, I will not tell you how somebody else feels about you because I don't have permission to tap into their energy. I can give you a general love reading or I can give you just a general reading, but I do not have permission to tap into their energy. And I just don't do that because I feel like it's a violation of their energy to go into their energy without their permission. Look, Don has a math question for y'all. While he does that, I'll get started on Miss Lalima. Um, Lalima, it's good that you said that you started a new job because I saw that your total focus is on work. Like you've been working really hard. Like I got like a push, like a lot was coming at you at once. So I assumed that that's just the new duties or new whatever you're doing at the new job and kind of getting the hang of things. I saw that, but I do get a lovesick feeling. Like I get like a not necessarily I'm lonely, but a longing for love or longing for companionship or something like that. So, hey, divinely guided, hey, Bogart. Again, guys, type your questions in the chat, and then you'll be added to the list. Okay. Let me put that at the bottom so you'll know what to do. Um, Now I just need to find it. Okay, there you go. Again, so I get that you're working hard. You're focused on. You're like, this is where I can put my most of my energy. This is what I can do. So this is where I'm gonna focus on. But you still longing and still have some kind of want or desire for companionship. Um, you're still kind of thinking about like you don't feel settled. Like I'm where I am, but I don't. Uh, will I have money one day? Okay. Lord help the child. Come on, y'all, with these questions. Come on, y'all, with these questions. Will I have money one day? That's already a defeatist attitude. Can we liven that question up and say, what are my future? Well, I'll take you as what are your future prospects on money? Will I have money one day? Already says that I'm in a low vibe. Hey, Miss Bonnie. Okay, y'all. Lord, y'all is killing me with these love readings in the chat and the comments. I'm just Lord help the child. Okay. Back to Miss Lalima. You know, I'm gonna stay out the chat and just focus on her. Okay, Miss Lalima. So you are looking for companionship. You are staying focused, but you don't feel settled where you are. Like I feel like there's a relocation in you, but you don't know where to go or what you want to do. Like you're like, this isn't where I want to go. I'm content here. I'll be here, but this isn't kind of where I want to be. It's kind of like the lesser of two evils, or until I find out where I'm gonna go. Because I see you on a sixth of they show me the six of swords, which is that transitioning to another to tranquility and from the chaos. But as the boat goes off, you pull back, like you keep tying yourself back to the shore because the chaos is familiar. You know what that is. You know what the busyness is. What I hear is continue to focus on your career and decide what it is that you're looking for. Like I feel like you know you're looking for something, but you don't know what it is. Is it happiness? Is it joy? Like what is it that you're looking for that'll give you that overall contentment? Is it joy in your job? Is it joy in your finances? Is it a combination of those things? What is it that you truly want? And because you don't know what you want, you're afraid to let spirit lead you to where they're trying to take you. So they're like, okay, we're trying to take you to calmer waters. We're trying to take you to peace. We're trying to give you what you want. But because you don't truly know what you want, you keep pulling back and refusing to move forward. It's like the waves, the currents, and everything are ready to move you, but you're kind of like, But the first step that you took was accepting this new job. So that is something good. But I do feel like a relocation is still coming in the next 6 months or so. I don't know if it'll be to another country or just another city or another housing unit, but I do see relocation coming for you pretty soon. Okay. So that's what I got for you, Miss Alima. I hope that's what you wanted to know, and I hope that helps you out. Yes, starting with a few new ventures. So, okay, so some time to
Mhm.
contemplate. Okay, good. Because I really do see a lot of new stuff coming for you. You just haven't decided what you want to do or where you want to focus. And I can understand that because I feel like I'm at a, well, no, because I know exactly what I want. It's just taking forever to get there. My problem isn't what I want, is when the hell are we going to get there? We've been taking this. I feel like we are in the wilderness with the Israelites. Like just, we're just circling about. This could have took 2 days. Here we are on year 35. Can we please move this along? Like that's how I am with it. Like when is this going to get to where it's
Blowing
supposed to
trumpets.
go? Butterfly, I have your question posted. You don't have to keep posting it over and over again. I have it posted. I have it locked in. Okay. So again, it's just focusing and letting your higher power know what you want. And then are you trying meditation? Because they told me that you're trying to let it go, continue to do it, but try different methods of it. Maybe yoga, maybe walking, maybe gardening, something else that gives you that peaceful contentment that you can receive messages in. It may not be the traditional way. Don is always giving information about candle reading. I think he even has, if you're subscribed to Don, I think he even has a video about it. So there's different ways that you can try to get into meditation. Again, for me, it's walking. It's my second job because it's a repetitive thing. So try different things to help you get into that meditation. But they said that you're on the right path with trying to just settle down that mind and focus on something moving you forward. Okay. So I hope that helps you out. We have 11 people on the list. I love this. I actually called in and hope we got new people. Pretty Unique, you're next. Christine after that. Mary Ann, Butterfly, Mayo, and then Altruistic Ascension, you're after that. Okay. All right, so Pretty Unique wants to know what's coming up in the next couple of months. Oh, I like it. Um, and you're not, no, there's a lot of people ahead of you. If you haven't missed your reading yet, you're like, there's about one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. There's 8 people ahead of you, and hey, Virgil, it's always good to see you. Where were you when I was in Manchester a couple weeks ago? You didn't even try to find me, try to help me out, try to take me around to see your city or nothing. I was there like on the 4th of August. Hey, Miss Elizabeth. Okay, back to Pretty Unique. I'm sorry, you can go ahead, Miss Sheri.
Okay.
Y'all know I just get to talking.
Yeah. So I have the
Um,
Queen of Hearts, the
Persona,
Six
I
of.
don't have a question for you. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
All right. I have the Queen of Hearts, the Six of Diamonds, and the Jack of Diamonds. So the Queen of Hearts is a loving, a nurturing female energy. It's like or not necessarily a female energy, but it is like a soulmate or an idea, friendship, or partnership. So that's, a healthy type of situation. The Six of Diamonds is like you're on the right path, you're making good decisions for yourself, you're doing the things that are good for you, like you are where you divinely need to be. The Jack of Diamonds is good news, good things are coming in, um, happiness. So these are all like very, very good cards. I don't know what you're pulling in for yourself, but I do see money fluttering down. Like I see it as a butterfly and the wings are the money and it's fluttering down. So it's not like the money's going to be rolling in quickly, but it is going to be coming um, in a way that is gentle and soft. So you may not even be completely like you're not going to get this lump sum. It's just going to be fluttering in for you. Um, you're questioning like where you're supposed to be and what you're supposed to be doing, but this tells me that you're in the right space, that you're taking the steps that you need to take that are a perfect for you. I hope that makes sense because it's really all they're giving me. It's kind of weird because they're showing me the butterflies, but then they're just going. They're telling me you know what you're doing, and I don't know why you keep asking us because you already know. Are you gifted?
Is she commenting? I don't see any comments from her. Miss Pretty
I
Unique,
don't
are you
even.
here? I'm doing a past, present, future for her. I've done her energy before, but it doesn't feel
Okay.
like her energy feels low. It feels tight. It feels balled up. It doesn't feel
New job.
okay.
She says new job.
They do show me that you were in a rut. Like I asked, what's your past energy? Because I'm trying to get a car, and they showed me you like laying on a raft or just kind of laying there, kind of just rippling your hands through the water, like you didn't have, like you were just kind of oh gosh, I don't even know how to describe it. Like you weren't really kind of apathetic. Like I don't care either way. Like nothing's going this way for me, nothing's going that way for me. Nothing's really happening in a way that is that is making me want to move forward, to believe, to hope, to dream, to anything. You're just kind of in a rut, and you just feel like you are caged in, because they show me the 8 of Swords for you. But it's like a box, like you're in a very small, like it would be like a old size photo booth, telephone booth, like you're in that and you just feel trapped, and no matter what direction you go, there's nothing for you to do. And it's just closing in, closing in, closing in. And you're trying to find a way out. You're pushing out. You're desperate. You're kind of fearful and full of anxiety because you're like, why is everything closing in on me? I'm trying so hard to move forward. Why aren't things moving forward for me? Why is everything so difficult? You got a lot of why questions, and you feel like you're not getting any answers, and you're teeter tottering back and forth between I'm praying so hard, I'm believing in God, I'm going, religion, religion, religion. I'm trying to be spiritual. I'm getting these readings. Nothing they're saying is happening for me. Why isn't things that maybe things are starting to unfold for me? But I don't really know if I want to count on that and believe that things will actually start moving in that direction. This could be like a fool's journey. Like I could believe that it's about to happen and then everything crumbles again. So you're very, very, very you're very um you're not very optimistic. You're kind of like, I don't know, let's just see. And I've been in that stage where it's like, let's see. You're saying this is going to happen, but let's see what's going to happen. I don't know when it's going to happen or how it's going to happen, but maybe it will happen. So for you, I do feel like you are on that turn where you're Tammy. I have you on the list. I posted that you're on the list. Tammy and Yvette, I posted that both of you are on the list. Okay. Viv, I'll put you on the list. John, Cal, you're on the list. Okay, exactly. So you're really like, okay, how can I move this forward? Like I got a little bit of momentum, but is this just gonna be like a 2 steps forward, 5 steps back? Like you're like, am I gonna get this raise and then it's gonna be a job that I hate? Or something's gonna suck up all the money that I could have made from that. Like you're not very optimistic about it, but you want to be hopeful. And you're just like, I'm just afraid to hope. It's kind of like somebody who's been hurt in love a lot of times, and you're fearful of kind of putting yourself out there because there's so many different things. Like you've been hurt, you've been hit in so many different areas. I want to say within the last 2 years, you've been hit with love situations, financial situations, family situations. Like everything has hit you, and you're just like another gut punch and another gut punch. And you're like, well, when do I actually get to recover from this? And what was the purpose of it? Did I learn anything from the situation, or was it just the misery of it? And that's something for you to figure out. What did I learn from these situations? What did I get from this move? What did I get from being in this financial hardship? Did it make me more cognizant of the way that I spend money? Did it make me look for another job? Did it make me relocate? What did I get from each one of these situations? And that's where you would go through and you would evaluate, okay, this is the loss that I felt that I have. What did I learn from that? What did I change after this happened? What did I change in my life to move me forward? And so as you discover those lessons, you'll kind of get like that exhale and be like, okay, well, now it's kind of making sense. It's still not where I wanted to be, but at least I understand what the heartache was, what the misery was, and why it's been so tough. Now I can move forward and be like, okay, I learned those lessons, I made those changes, I made those advancements. So those challenges become stepping stones where you see how you've made transition. Because maybe your ultimate goal is, I want to be married. And what this is doing is preparing you to be a wife. Maybe your ultimate goal is, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a nurse. And this is preparing you for the grip and grind of being those things. So all of these things are stepping stones to get you to where you are. But the misery of going through it is just not what you want to be in, or what you want to encounter. So finding the right on your way to getting to the recovery is just having that contemplative time, even if it's just making a list and say, okay, well, financial loss, how did I change my situation? And if you didn't make any changes, what changes can I make that'll be more positive? Like I've had a couple situations where in the past I didn't have a savings account. So when calamity happened, I didn't have any way to get myself out of it. So then those same calamities came back again. Those same tough situations, those same struggles came, but this time I had a savings. So okay, that's what I did different. I learned how to save. I got another source of income. When I lost my job, how did I learn from that? I learned to have multiple sources of income, because when this source stops, now I have another source that I can pick up or push forward until I get this one back on track. So just learning to have different, learning from each challenge how it's trying to move you forward, or how it's trying to make things different in your life, or where it's taking you. Ultimately, this is what I wanted. How am I getting there on that road to victory? Okay. So I do see good things coming for you. I get a positive energy, but it's so deep in there. You're like it's like they're showing me the outline of your body, and you're like, and they're showing it to me like as a battery would fill you up, and you're only half full, but you're and you're operating on being half full. You're not fully where you want to be. You're not even fully energized. You're just working at a half level, and they're trying to fill you up with a little bit more hope, with a little bit more energy, and a little bit more positivity. Again, one of the key things I get: change your circle. Get people who inspire you, not people who identify with your misery or who identify with your struggle. Get people who inspire you, who are above, who help you to want to do other things, who help you to want to make other I always give the example of Don. Don inspires you to want to start a business, to want to have other streams of income, to look at things from a different way. So don't just surround yourself with people who understand your struggle. Surround yourself with people who've made it out of the struggle, because those are people who can help you to understand the lesson in the struggle. If you just stay with people who know the struggle, you're all just going to talk about the struggle. You need to talk with people who are above that, so you can strive to come up there and then continue to strive. So that's where you're headed for, is just moving yourself out of this rut and into better, calmer waters. But you're well on your way. The new job is a start. Love and romance will come. I don't see it for the rest of the year, and I think that you're looking for it. Like, not a significant love or romance, the kind that you're actually looking for, a supportive love. You may have a fling here or there, a date here or there, somebody that you're kind of talking to, but the supportive love that you're looking for and seeking, I don't see that coming, and maybe until next year. But again, that's what you getting yourself together mentally, emotionally, and being ready to accept those things. Because what if they give you the love of your life who's ready to give you everything? Are you ready to accept those things? Are you understanding of how those things come to you? Or are you still stuck in that negative rut? You have to be prepared mentally, emotionally, and physically and spiritually for whatever's coming towards you. And you're getting yourself to that level. And those things are coming for you, but everything that's happening to you is a lesson on that, on your way to getting there. So I hope that helps you out. Okay. All right. Milo, altruistic, you're after that. Pamela, you're after that. So we're moving along. I'm gonna have to speed these up because y'all know I be talking too much. So Christine, native love, you're up. And Keena, where you at? Like, hello? Right. What better could you be doing than spending the day with me and Sherry Berry? Like, what?
I don't know.
Look, let me see it. Keena, where you at?
Pretty Christina's here.
All right. So let's see. Hello, ladies. May I get okay, general. That's good. I like a general. Are you having issues with a male, like a male child? Because I heard tough love isn't always the best love. Sometimes you need to have a little bit of kindness and understanding from their level. So are you having issues with a male child of yours or somebody who has very strong male energy? Like, because I heard tough love isn't the best love. Hey, Miss Wendy, you're in Alaska. Oh, you're definitely getting cooler temperatures if you're in Alaska. I hope everything's going okay for you. Keena talking about here I come. Is that Keena? Laying down. You know what? Keena so. Yes, we talking about you, Keena. Hey, Louise. I thought that said Louis. Hey, Louise. I'll add you to the list. There's like 14 people ahead of you. Okay, you're having trouble with your 15-year-old son. So they're saying see it from his point of view. Like they're saying enter his world and go to his side of it. Like if he likes skateboarding, go to, find a skateboard park where you can go and watch him do some tricks, where you can watch him practice. If he likes art, then, share something with him that will be artistic. Like they're saying get to his level because you're trying to force him into a box. And I have the perfect story of how this worked out for Keena. Keena's daughter, Kamora, was dead set on, I'm not going to college. I'm done. I want to be a flight attendant. I'm not going to college. Keena wanted her to go to college. Keena knew that's the way she wanted to funnel it in. Keena literally bit her tongue off, not saying anything and not forcing her to do what she wanted her to do. Okay, Kamora, you don't want to go to college. You don't want to do this. What is it that you want to do? Like, you don't have to go to college, but you need to have a plan. Where's Kamora at now? Going to college because Keena didn't force her. She let her forge her own way and make her own decisions. And the influence of her friends around her, they were going to college. She was working. She decided she wanted to take a couple classes. So she went from, I don't want to go to college at all to I'll take a gap year to maybe I'll start in the fall to, you know what? I've had a nice summer. Let me pick up some classes. Keena never forced her. Keena never tried to make her. Ultimately, that's what Keena wanted. And Keena struggled with that personally, but she didn't force her to do it. And so what they're saying is find that common ground because the tough love things is just kind of putting more distance between you. Whereas if you find that common ground and do some things together and try to understand, well, what is our struggle? What is it that you want? What is it that I'm not doing? Or what is that I'm doing that you don't like? Let's find a way that it's helpful for both of us. Because at this point, it seems that you're really, really emotional about it because you want the best for him. And you seem that you think like, I know better than you. I'm an adult. I've lived this life. And one of the things I had to learn as a parent, I really wanted my son to go to this one high school because that's where my niece had went. She went to this school. So now you go to that school. And he gave me his argument as to why he wanted to go to the other school. He laid it out fine. I let him go there. He ended up graduating with two associate's degrees. I had to listen to what he wanted and then allow him to make that decision. Did I necessarily want him to go there? But it was a better choice all around for him. And I had to know that all the instruction that I had given him up to that point made him able to analyze the situation, give a great argument, and move forward with the decision that he made. And so it's just kind of giving them enough freedom to make decisions, but still guiding them. Hey, Miss Gwen, how are you? And so helping them to be guided toward where they need to be, but also allowing them the freedom to make those decisions on their own. So I do see a great partnership for you two coming up. I feel like you two need to go like on a day trip or do something that's just you two that's fun. Well, you'll discover new things about him. Hey, Keena. You'll discover good. Keena taking over the chat, y'all, because the Lord help the child. Y'all know I can't do it. Where you'll both where you'll find common ground. So that's where you're moving toward. But do you have other kids? Because I feel like they're watching the tension between you two, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, where's this gonna go?" And it's kind of setting a precedence for you. But I feel like you're overly emotional about it, and he's kind of the more you try to force, the more he isolates from you. It's like mom just doesn't know; she doesn't know what she's talking about, and so you're trying to find that common ground, but you're getting there. As far as work, I heard the battle continues. Are you working on a specific project or some kind of assignment that is very tough for you mentally? and emotionally, and then and is exasperated by the situation you're going through with your son. Anna Elizabeth, you are so, so, so wrong for coming on here and trying to poach people out of our group. Like, how dare you do that? Keena will take care of you, I hope, on the background and get you all blocked from our thing. But all of you who's being inboxed by this Anna lady, please report her or block her. Again, do not go into anybody's inbox. We're giving you these readings for free. If they're asking you to inbox it, they're definitely trying to scam you and get money from you. Anna, that is a bad vibe. That is low vibe, and you are poaching somebody else's live, which is just really, really a shitty
Rude.
thing to do. Rude and shitty. Okay. All right. So you can go through with Miss Christine. That's all I have. Most of mine was about her
Oh,
son. And
which is funny because I was just talking to mine. Um, so I got the Ace of Clubs, the King of Spades, and the Four of Spades. The Ace of Clubs is about solitude and isolation and um, getting exactly kind of what Angie said. I'm going to play off that. It's looking into yourself, remembering what it was like to be a kid yourself. And, Angie gave great advice on not necessarily letting them make 100% of the decisions, but navigating through those decisions. And I think that's what this is. Like, you need to reflect on yourself on how to handle that. Then I have the King of Spades, which is your son's dad or a male figure involved with him? Because this person is like a violent male figure or vicious and vindictive person. So I'm not quite understanding how that's tying in.
oh, Miss Christine, I love that. You'll get it together. Like, I really want to cry for you. Like,
Yeah,
tears came to my eyes when I read your comment. And because I can feel your struggle is so strong and you're so frustrated. And I feel like there's multiple things going on. Like, you're struggling with him, you're struggling with work, you're struggling with finances, and you're just like, can I just get a fucking break? Like, literally, those are the words that
right.
I hear. Cool Owl 10,000. Thank you for following us. It's good to see you online on Twitch. Everybody on Twitch thinks that we don't pay attention to them, but we do. If you have a question, go ahead and put it in, and Keena will add you to the list. But again, Miss Christine, I just feel your pain. You really, really want to work through this, and you're getting there. Like, I literally hear
Yeah.
you saying, like, what the fuck? Like, how do I get past this? And you're just like praying and crying out. Like, I get so many tears and so emotional because I know that as a mom, you're struggling so hard. Did she say the dad wasn't there? She's doing this by herself? Is that what she said?
Oh no.
Miss Christine, are you doing this by yourself? Like, because I don't know that I feel like it's a loneliness to it, but I feel like it's just overwhelming. Even if there's somebody else there to help you, you feel like you're being overwhelmed by all the things that are coming at you at once, and you're like, hold on. Like, they literally show me you as like, you ever seen one of those bottle tornadoes? How you can make a tornado in a bottle? Like, you feel like you're in there and you're just being spun around and you're all shaken up and you don't know where to go. Oh, okay. So that makes sense. I'm not gonna say that comment, but I see what you said about that. And you're trying to keep him from going that route too. And that's why you're a little bit hard on him. You want him to make better choices and to
Gotcha.
be guided. But again, look at some of his interests, because is he a YouTuber or something like that? Because I could see him making good money, but not in the social in the traditional way, more of a social person, a social climber, or going and just find safe ways to do that and positive ways to do that. And does he draw? Because I feel like he's drawing, but I feel like his drawing has gotten a little bit darker dealing with the situation you're in. Like, he used to be really positive. And is he in an anime? They're showing me all these different things for him. And the concentration is really on you focusing on that relationship and getting it back on track. But I really do see it going that way, but you just have to find some common things that are non-traditional for you two to do together. Y'all, this ain't liquor. This is just cranberry juice for the most part. There was liquor in there, but I think I drank it all. So this is just cranberry juice. I promise it is. But again, things are going to pick up for you. Focus again on this project or whatever it is that you're working on at work. I do see coins falling, but they're slowly falling, like something is holding them up. And I feel like whatever you're working on at work, it's also being evaluated because I see a lot of eyes on you. Like how I see those little twinkles back there, they look like little eyes that are on you, watching everything that you do. Like, what decision is she going to make? Is she going to do this right? Is she going to do that right? And so I feel like focus on that thing, get this project done, or get this, whatever it is that you're working on at work, it has an end date. And once it's done, like people will see you differently because you accomplished something at work, and then the money will trickle in better for you. So it's coming in slowly, but whatever you're working on now is going to help you to excel to another level. Either leaving where you are, where you see your own self-worth and want something different, or them seeing your worth and propelling you to the next level. But I definitely see money coming in because ultimately you want to give your family everything that uh, that you never had and that you think they're deserved. You want to provide for them in a way where there's no struggle. You want your ends to meet every month and not be like, well, we kind of met this month and like, you don't want to start off every month with a trickle from last month. Like, okay, I still have this bill from last month, but now all the new bills are coming in. So I do see your income increasing to the point where you are going to get out of that hole or rut. You may have to take on another side job or something like that, or figure out other ways to bring other income in so you have multiple sources. But I do feel like you're going to get out of this financial situation. They're showing me Christmas and jingle bells. So by Christmas, you should have a little bit more money pouring in and things should be able to pick up for you. Definitely by 2025. There's something significant about 2025. Are you coming? Hey, Lewis, is there something significant? Like, are you turning a significant age, like 30, 40? Like, there's something very a glorious year for you. Like, I see gold light shining 2025 for you specifically, not in general, but for you in general. I mean, for you specifically. And so 2025 is going to be a great year, but you'll feel it in February, in December around Christmas, and you'll see it by February of next year. Okay. So I hope that helps you out. I hope that gives you some guidance. Please come back and let us know how things go with your son. But I do see that picking up. They're literally showing me by September sometime you'll have found something that you two can go do together and you'll be fine. For some reason, Beetlejuice just came up for me because I know that's coming out and I'm going to pick up my son and make him go to the movies with me to see that. That is one of the things I do is he's required now that he's moved out to go to lunch with me or dinner with me once a month. So I just know what's going on in his life and he can talk freely. He can tell me whatever it is. Like, are you drinking? Are you smoking? Are you doing punishment, but guidance? Like, I'll give you guidance, but I need to know what's going on. So I allow him those opportunities. And I did the same thing with my daughter, where you can tell me what's going on in your life without punishment, but I am going to give you my best judgment on what you're doing or best guidance on what I think you should do different or why I think you shouldn't do the things that you're doing. Okay. So I hope that helps you out. You woke up at 4 a.m. today laughing. Oh my gosh, I was saying Beetlejuice. Listen, I really hope you're going to plan on going to see that movie because I am going to see Beetlejuice when it comes out next weekend. That is a highlight of my weekend. My family, we're taking all the kids. We're making them go. You're going to have fun whether you want to or not. And we're just going to make a day of it and just go and see Beetlejuice. So go and see that. Like, that really came up for me. And I'm glad that it had a connection for you. So I don't know if he'll like to go and see that or whatever, but make a day of it and go and see it. Okay. So I hope that helps you out. All right. Miss Christine, I feel like I feel like a weight was lifted off of your energy feels lighter and easier a little bit now. Like, you feel like, okay, it's not just me. Somebody else understands this really was heavy. I wasn't making a big deal out of it. And now I see that the road is coming clearer. Sit and meditate for a while. Like, just get up in the morning and just kind of put on some music and just kind of listen to it and just ask your higher power. Okay, today is going to be a great day. How can I make today a great day? How can I start this day off on a positive note? What is it that spirit wants me to do today? What is my next step? What is my first step with making this a positive day? Like, just sit there for 5 minutes, breathe in, breathe out, and give yourself that kind of exhale. Like, when I used to get home from work, I used to tell my daughter all the time, Give me 15 minutes to decompress from work, and then you can tell me everything that happened at school. You could tell me what you need, what homework, blah, blah, blah. But give me that 15 minutes. So I would come in, I would close my door, and I would just lay back on the bed, and then I would get up, and then she could just word vomit all over. So just try that. Give yourself that 5 minutes in the morning, but give it to yourself consistently every day. This is your time. And then your 5 minutes will turn into 10 minutes to 15 minutes. And before you know it, you have 30 minutes of just self-reflection or contemplation of how to start your day. Every morning I wake up, today is going to be a great day. Today is a great day. Everything that I need will come to me in the form that I needed to come to me. Everybody will give me the information that I need. And I command those things or speak those things, and then I see how my day goes, and I just continue to speak those positive things into my day every single day. Okay. So I hope that helps you out. Keena, who's next?
I just have to say something. Hi,
Oh, go
grown
ahead. I'm
ass
sorry.
man.
Exactly. I had to just throw that how you doing in there, but I didn't want to get off subject because you know it. As soon as I say something else, a squirrel take over and I'll be done forgot the whole thing. But hey, grown ass man. All of you that are asking
What am
for a
I?
reading, Keena is putting you on the list. There's 17 people on the list, and I don't even know if we'll get to all of you because we're already 46 minutes in. But I will cut my readings down because I know that we have been going long. So you can go ahead and get started on Mary M.
Okay.
Mary, are you here?
I love my grown ass man. He is one of my favorite people.
I don't know if Keena's going to make a list for you, but the list is getting pretty long, so we're probably going to cut it off in the next 5 or 10 minutes, and whoever's on there is just who we got because we got like a lot of people on the list. Also,
Okay.
Mary M is here. I'm so excited, y'all. And it's all new people. I missed y'all. I miss you too, Sheri Berry.
Okay. So I have a question. I want to vote. I bought these two stickers for my car because I had to get a new car. So this is the one that I had on my old car,
Ooh.
and this is a different one. So,
I like the first one because it felt like protection. I don't know why it just feels like protection to me.
because it's a
Um,
pentacle.
it feels like protection. Oh, see, somebody
Okay.
else said the star too.
All right. Everybody just vote because I can't decide.
So
So for
help
Mary
Sheri Berry
M,
out. Put them up one more time, guy. Put them up.
okay.
Which one do you think she should choose? She wants a sticker on the back of her car. This one.
This was on my old car that just got totaled.
This is A
They're ravens.
and Ravens. Okay.
And it so in its representation of the Morgana, who is a strong female deity, warrior, protection. So anyways, so I have
All
two
right.
of
So go
the
ahead, Miss Mary M.
pentacles. Okay, I have a seven of hearts,
When is
the
the
three of
dynamic
diamonds.
duo coming back to class, Alicia and Lewis? Can we talk about that? Can y'all coordinate that and just decide when y'all come back to class or something? Just
Oh, the Wonder Twins?
the Wonder Twins. Yes, that's what it is. When are the Wonder Twins
The
coming back to
Wonder
class? Can we
the
talk
Wonder
about that?
Twins.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay. So I have a seven of hearts, which is the opposite of love, the hate, fear, terror of another, or feeling that you're endangered, which is interesting because I did get the three of diamonds, which talks about gifts, being in charge and being hopeful, but I got this guy. This guy's not the nicest guy. He's like, I just had him in another reading. Um, Violent man, vengeful. So that kind of goes along with this. And let me try to figure all of this out together.
Okay, so that
You cut
makes
off.
so much sense that you're saying that because I got the Seven of Swords, but keep on.
Yeah,
I was saying that makes sense that that spade that you have, that was that Queen or King?
the King of Spades.
Because I got the Seven of Swords, so that makes sense. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay. So I feel like there's a lot of deception around you that that I think it's like a covert kind of deception. Like this person is being very very sneaky about it. I do get that as a male figure or male energy, um, that they are pretending by gifting you a bunch of crap. I mean, not that it's crap because gifts aren't crap, but they're gifting you with stuff and they're like feeding into uh
Gifting you crap.
build you up. But yeah, but they're feeding into you. They're feeding it like I'm just gonna say I think it's a love bombing situation that this person is a covert narcissist and they're very deceptive towards you. I don't know if it's a coworker, a love interest. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely it could be a family member, but it's definitely somebody that's just like not giving you their genuine or if they're a narcissist, they are giving you their genuine, authentic self, but the person is not being honest with you. I hope that makes sense. I think you know. I think you just kind of this is just validating something that you know deep inside, Angie.
All right. That makes sense because when you said coworker, I was asking the question, is this situation that I'm seeing something that has to do with work? Because the first thing I got was the immediate card that came out was five of wands, which is
Sure.
conflict.
Lost.
But then I got the next card was the chariot, which you're going to get victory in. So there's momentum and it's pretty heated at this moment right now, whatever this conflict is, because the eight of wands coming out. So I feel like there's a whole bunch of communication. There's a whole bunch of he said, she said going back and forth. You're going to get victory in it. It's just you finding, being a little bit more, uh, um, strategic. That's what that seven of swords is. It's not necessarily somebody being deceptive, but you being a little bit more strategic in how you maneuver through this situation. Because whatever's going on in this situation, this conflict, you're going to get victory, like I said, but it's coming fast and furious at you. Like, I don't feel like you were ready for the onset of everything that was going on. So then I said, well, what's the advice for her? And I got the hangman. And with the hangman, that's just kind of like, slow down, take a step back. Spirit is holding you back. Like it's kind of like two hands saying, hold on, because you're ready to come in guns a blazing. You're ready to come in like that Knight of Wands, Fast and Furious, or that Knight of Swords, Fast and Furious, very hot, very let me say what I have to say, and not kind of thinking logically about it because you're so heated and you're kind of defending yourself in this situation. So they're saying, kind of slow down, and 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 allow spirit to help you out. Like you're being held up for a reason. Again, be strategic, and then that judgment is answering your calling. Like, what is it that spirit is trying to get you through this lesson? Because this is what's going on, right? But there's ultimately a lesson, something that they're calling you to. So why am I going through this? What is the struggle? I just felt so convicted about that because I felt like that was speaking to me and all the struggle that I'm going through. So there's a reason all this is happening. You got to figure out what it is. You got to understand what the lesson is. What is the lesson? What are they calling me to? What are they blowing this trumpet to? What behavior is it that they're trying to change? What goal of mine that I set that they're trying to get me to? Maybe I want to be the director. Maybe I want to be the manager. Maybe I want to own my own business. And all this struggle is teaching me better customer service. It's teaching me how to problem solve. It's teaching me how to be a project manager. It's teaching me how to find alternative routes to solutions, to problems. So what is this problem doing for me? What is it triggering me? What am I learning from this? How am I going to get to where they're trying to get me to? There's a purpose for it. You got to sit down in your own contemplation and be like, okay, well, why am I going through this struggle? What is it? And they're holding you back until you figure it out, until you strategically figure out how to do it. They're holding you back. This is what you're feeling. This is what you don't like. This is what they're holding you in. They're holding you in this until you are ready to get to this lesson. So there's a purpose behind it. You got to figure it out. And one of the lessons again is patience. We're always trying to listen, I thought patience was a destination. I just get there and that's just where I am. They're like, no, that's patience at that level, or that's patience in a relationship. Oh no, now you need patience in your work situation. Oh, then you need patience with your finances. Oh, then you need patience with your family members. Well, God dang it. Patience show got a lot of layers to it. Patience is a big old fiery strong onion that I am just leveling through over and over and over again. So patience isn't a destination. It's something that you have to keep going through at different levels. And sometimes they overlap. So one of your lessons again is patience at this time, but there's also other things. You're learning to be resourceful. You're learning to be analytical. You're learning how to problem solve, how to become that leadership, get those skills that you need. So there, again, all this muck and mire that you're going through is getting to where you should be. Okay. So again, abrasive, because I had this same situation, and I used to wake up like, oh my God, I got a meeting with John today. He is the most annoying, blah, 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 blah. He's gonna overwhelm me. And so I started waking up saying, you know what? Today's gonna be a great day. We're gonna have a peaceful meeting. He's gonna be cooperative. I'm going to be cooperative. We're going to meet in the middle. We're going to find a solution to this problem. And then I won't have to work with him anymore. But you know what? I still do have to work with him. But again, it's more peaceful. And I found out after it all done, he would request me because he thought that I was so, he liked the way that I helped manage his situation. I thought that he was the most irritating, abrasive person ever, but he was giving me problem solving skills. He was giving me all this stuff that I needed to learn. And so now all the hand holding that I had to do with him, all the deep breathing that I had to do with him made me a better person when it came to dealing with other people. So I'm not so emotional. So you'll get it. Okay. Again, ultimately trying to get you to hear all this is just the way that they're getting you there. We always want to go on a nice scenic journey through the woods and like, oh, this is just lovely flowers and oh, just look at all the rain and the butterflies. They're like, no, we taking you through hell. You gonna climb up this hill, you gonna jump over this hurdle, you gotta climb this rope, you gotta do all of this stuff because it needs to make you stronger, break you down and build you up. And no, spirit, we don't like it, but there ain't just nothing else we can do about it. We just gotta go through it. Okay. All right. So who's next, Kena? Did you have anything else for Miriam? All right, who's next, Kena? Is Kena paying attention to us? Because I don't even think she hears us. Exactly. She
The
all in the
next is
call. Kena,
butterfly.
you are not paying attention to us. All right,
Next
Butterfly,
person
are
is
you here?
butterfly.
Oh, Kena put the list up for y'all and everything. So this is the list right here. Nobody else on the list. Jeremy L. or is it Jeremy L? You are the last person on the list. Okay. List is closed. Thank you very much. We got 50,000 people on the list. But I love y'all and I'm so happy y'all here. Butterfly, where you at? Queen of Swords. Aw. Hey, how are you? Queen of
She
Swords.
just got here.
Demonica Tarot. Oh, that's a lot.
Okay,
All right, she's here. What you eating, Sherry Berry? Because I'm hungry.
jalapeno chips.
Oh, okay, no. That's too hot. Spicy. Look at Alicia saying park a lot. She here, Alicia. She ain't paying attention. She think I can't see her in the background, but I can. All right. You can go ahead for Miss
Okay.
Butterfly. Is this your name? Is that what you're telling us your name is right there? Medea? Is that what your name is? Medea? I like Butterfly. And I feel like you picked it for a specific purpose.
Because they're going through a lot of changes. So good news is coming. Um, you've been through the worst of it. Whatever grief, whatever you were struggling with, those changes are coming because we've got the Jack of Diamonds. She had to say those were hot, and then I'm like drinking and
Is that a Red Bull?
let's look. No, it's actually coffee fruit drink.
Let me tell
The
you
other
something.
side of
Those
coffee.
don't go together. Who made that? Coffee
It,
fruit? No.
it's actually pretty good.
Does it like I no.
I don't know. I just bought it. Yeah, it says filtered water, coffee, fruit juice concentrate, citric acid, natural citrus flavors, stevia extract, ascorbic acid, and sodium citrate.
Virgil, who said Manchester never gets a holler out, I gave you a holler out. I even came all the way to Manchester to see you, and you were in London. So poo poo on that. I was even in London too. I was in London and Manchester, so maybe we were on the opposite sides. When I was in one, you were in the other one. But I came all the way there to see you, and you weren't even there to see me. So you know what? Don't get started with me, Virgil. You know what? If I had a husband named Virgil, I would call him Virgil. Virgil. He would get so tired of me saying his name. Virgil. Virgil. The list is going across the bottom of the screen. If your name isn't on the list, then you probably didn't, but the list is going across the bottom of the screen. And we have like 15 people on the list. I mean, you can hang around and see if you can make it to the list, but this is the people that we have on there right now, and there's 15 people ahead of you. Did you finish, Miss Butterfly? I'm sorry. Oh no, because we
No.
started
And
talking
then I
about that
have
coffee drink.
yeah. So then I have the A5says clubs, which talks about solitude and isolation and feeling lonely and that you're all into yourself. Um, but there's changes coming and you don't need to stay isolated and into yourself. Um, but you're not, what are they saying? That you're isolated and into yourself, but you're not necessarily lonely.
Transformation.
Transformation. Yep.
Did you say
And
something
that's
about heartbreak? Her walking
nope.
away from something? Oh, okay.
No, but there was chaos and there's change. A deep grief. The worst is over. Planning on the other side. Like if things are moving forward, there is change. And that goes along with that.
Butterfly, did you just break up? Are you the one who asked me a love question? I told you I wouldn't get into their energy. Because I feel
Yeah.
like you
No,
just broke up.
that's it, really. It's that there is good things coming, the worst is over, change is coming. But you don't need to isolate yourself and put yourself in quote timeout for those changes to happen.
Exactly. I got when you say that good things are coming, I feel like this. She's the freedom of this card. This is that Sun card. This is one of the best cards in the deck. Like lots of people think that is the best of the best. I'm sorry, Miss Butterfly, that my voice is cutting out. Again, I've changed microphones several times, and if you miss something, just let me know and I'll repeat it. But I get it that my voice is cutting out. There's nothing else I can do about it. Sorry. It's either the internet or just the microphones just aren't working, and I've tried several. So right now, this is the best that I got for you. Sorry. Okay. So then the next thing that I got is that I got the Three of Swords for you. And with the Three of Swords, that's heartache. And then the card that came up after that was walking away. So I feel like you just broke up with somebody. Are you that person who were asking me about was somebody coming back or asking me about somebody else? Maybe not. But I do feel like you just went through some heartache or and not necessarily even that you broke up, but you are definitely having a heavy heart. Like there's something that is piercing your heart. There is something that is painful for you and you're walking away from it. But one thing I learned about the Eight of Cups is when you're walking away in the Eight of Cups, you're walking away from something bad or something that wasn't that you didn't like to something better because you're walking to the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. So you're leaving something behind, which now I look at the Eight of Cups totally different because I'm like, oh, leaving something behind and I'm going to the Nine of Cups. I love that. And then the Ten of Cups. So you're right on your way with this walking away, but there is something that happened to you that is very, very painful. But it's a transition. Now you're trying to figure out how to move forward. With the death card, is that you're trying to these little stab wounds as letting the light in. Now the light can come in, can heal up those spaces and fill you with abundant light versus all the darkness and pain that you were going through. Because usually by the time, if we're honest, by the time we get to an ending of a situation, we've shut down, we've stepped back, we've isolated ourselves from that person or the situation to the point where we just want it to be over. And so now you're pierced by these things, but it's letting the light in so that you can have some sunshine, so that you have some joy, so that you can see it from a different perspective. Um, is there some reason where you can't, please repeat the last card? Which one? The death card or the eight of cups. Three. The three of swords. No, this is right. So something is piercing your heart. Something has caused you some kind of pain. But I've learned with the three of swords is that you are like, okay, so the two of swords is it was a decision that you needed to make, right? So maybe that decision is painful, and this is piercing you to let the light in. You're being stabbed, you're being hurt, but what happens? You give attention to that area. Squeaky wheel gets the oil. Whatever it is, now you're paying attention to that part of it, whether it's your own self-respect, whether it's your money management, wherever that pain is, now you know that there's something that you need to pay attention to. So now that you're paying attention to it, but that may mean letting go, walking away, going to something better. Eight of Cups, I'm leaving something, but I'm heading toward the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. Transformation in between. So before I get to that nine, I got to walk away. I got to let it go and understand that there's something better that I'm trying to get to. But I have to understand that in that transformation, what am I healing? A lot of Chiron must be very much into play, because I feel like I just had this discussion with Bonnie and we were talking about Chiron, and Chiron is that wounded warrior, that where you're getting pierced, where you're getting like something is being healed. Something needs attention. Something needs to be healed. And the one thing, oh, the death card, that's what you want to, yeah. It's not necessarily death per se, somebody's dying, but a part of you is dying. A struggle in you is dying. A stronghold in you is dying. A belief system in you is dying. Something needs to change. You've expressed that you wanted a desire for something, and something needs to change. Say I want to run a 10K. Well, I have to let something die. I have to give up some of this TV time. I have to give up some of this eating in order to prepare myself mentally and physically, because a 10K is like 6 miles, isn't it? 5 or 6 miles. So I have to prepare myself physically. So I have to give up some of that couch time, some of them chips, some of those bad things that I'm doing in order to prepare myself to be able to run this race. So you've asked for something, and this is them breaking you down or preparing you for what it is that you're asked for. The reason I asked about a job is because I feel like there was some kind of restriction, but I don't feel like it's a restriction that you put on yourself in you working. Is there a reason that you couldn't work or that you weren't working? Or what is the restriction on your job? Why are you having this trouble in job? Because I feel like you're finding your voice, and now you're going to speak up and move forward with your with employment. Like you're getting a different outlook on it, but you're seeing it from a self-actualization spot. Like, oh, okay, I want to work. This is the work I want to do. This is how I want to do it. It's different than what is expected of me or what has been placed in front of me as my options. I don't like A, B, or C. I want D, E, and F. So you're deciding on a different route for you personally. And it seems like it's breaking with tradition and family customs, but you're deciding that you're going to do it anyway, because now you're looking for your own intrinsic joy. You're letting some of those strongholds and foundational beliefs go in order to find your pure joy, because all of those things seem to have been restrictive, and you're trying to move forward in a positive way, but in joy and happiness. You're not trying to cause harm to anybody. You're very much, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be harmful. I'm not trying to buck any traditions, but I need to be happy. And the way that I've been living life isn't giving me joy. So as I move forward, I determine that I need to be happy. And these are the things that I need hurt. Being able to allow that person to come out, you got to break some bones. You got to break some strongholds. You got to let go of some of those things. I really want to cry for you right now because I'm so happy with where you're going. Keep that momentum. Don't let anything pull you back. And like I told the other person, find people who share your joy, who share your outlook, who want to move forward with you. And so who've actually made that journey. They've made those changes, and they can tell you, oh, this is how you do it. And you can take bits and pieces from everybody else's life. Find people who bring you versus somebody who shares your misery and grief and is trying to hold you back. Because I feel like you feel like you've been pushed down, like there's a hand on your head pushing you down and try. and trying to keep you from doing what it is that you're supposed to be doing. And you're like, no, I want to pop out like a big jack in a box. And you see me as who I am, totally who I am. Every aspect of me, emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, you got to accept everything that I am, even this little sharp tongue, because I feel like that Queen of Swords is rising up in you. You've been that Queen of Wands this whole time, nurturing, loving, compassionate, giving to everybody else, self-sacrificing, hands in every basket, giving everybody else what they need. And now you're like, hold on, let this voice speak. Like my throat is tingly because now you're finding your voice. Everybody may not like it, but that's okay. Because I can remember people saying, I don't like this, Angie. I don't like this, Angie, because you find your voice. And people are used to walking over you or overshadowing you. And now you're this big burst of sunshine. You're this big burst of positivity. You're this big voice and nobody likes it. But they either learn to like who you are or they're a part of your past and you move on to the next set of people. Everybody's not going to be in your life forever. You find your new crowd of people and you move forward, or you share your positivity with the people who are truly happy for you. You're gonna Sonaria. Oh my God, I missed you so much. I've been thinking about you all the time. I'm so glad you're here. Oh my goodness. Hey, lady. All right, Miss Butterfly. I hope that helped you out. I hope that gives you some kind of um positive joy for moving forward. I feel like it really did change your mindset. And I feel like you like got a cover off of your eyes and now you can see
Mhm.
I am moving in the right direction. This is painful, but it's because it's change and change is painful. So you're healing, like you're going through so much at once, Butterfly. You're healing, you're changing, you're growing, you're finding your voice. All of that is super chaotic. And any one thing, any one of those things is a lot, but you're going through it all at the same time. So amen to you. Cheers to you. Yellow hearts to you, because I feel like your healing is coming. Okay. So good luck with that. Come back next Sunday and let us know how things are moving, because I feel like you'll have an update for us on next Sunday. Okay. So it was good. It was nice meeting you. Like, share, comment, subscribe on both sides. Okay. Thank you. All right. So who's next? Kina. Look, Kina done changed her hair 18 times in the background. Kina, hello. Kina. What are you doing? You must be looking at porn, Kina, because you is totally not paying attention to us. What are
It's
you watching?
Milo. Milo.
Milo, you're next. Good Lord, Kina. Milo, are you
Luckily,
here?
that's scrolling
Is
down at the bottom.
exactly, because Kina is not paying no attention. She is intent. What you watching, Kina? That's what I want to know. All right, Miss Butterfly, glad to meet you. Your energy's light and free now, Royal Pains. You know what? You got a lot of nerve, Kina. You got a lot of nerve. And that's on Netflix. She could watch that anytime. She watching it during our live. Kina, you real rude. You real rude. So rude. All right, Milo. Here you go. I feel like that's a yes no question. I don't feel like that needs any contemplation. Like I can do a pendulum on that.
Okay.
Will Mayo, is it Mio or Mayo?
Mio.
Will
Mio.
Mio move? Mio, are you here? Is that a
That's a yes.
no? Is that a no? Oh, that's
That's
a
a
yes.
yes. That's a yes.
All right. Will Mayo Mio move to Turkey? I gotta know, but I felt a no energy when it first came up, because I feel like that's not where you want to go. There must be an opportunity or something that's drawing you there. It doesn't feel like your heartstring. Like I feel like there's something like an opportunity there or a person there, but it's not your feel like it's your ultimate joy. I gotta know. I clearly gotta know. Or do is that where you really want to go? So I don't think that's where you're gonna go. You're not here anymore. So we did your
So
reading.
my
Oh, go ahead.
my my pendulum says no.
And when I saw that 5, I got conflict immediately. Like it's a conflict,
Yeah.
but it's like they're sacrificing their joy for somebody else's. So I don't feel like it's gonna be a good thing for them. And they're not responding. So I'm gonna go to the next person. Who's next, Keena? It's 14 people. It's 14 questions in here and only 10 people watching. So a lot of people just gonna be skipped.
Uh,
Altruistic.
altruistic.
Altruistic, are you here? After
No.
altruistic,
Well, they're asking about how somebody feels about them, but my
I
answer
told
is
them that I
go
wouldn't
ask
do
them.
that, but I would give them a general. If you're still here, I'll give you that. Pamela, you're next after altruistic. And then somebody last name Cherry, I can't understand. Is that Chance? I don't know. It's the last name Cherry. And in you're after that. Miss Scenario, yes. I mean, no, the list isn't open, but I do have a message for you, so stick around. It's been brewing for like weeks. I'm like, where's Scenario? Where's Scenario? Hey, Jeremy. You were
I
the last
don't
person on the
think
list. Okay, who's next, Keena? This person isn't here. Pam, are you
Pamela.
here? Pamela, are you here? Miss Pam, how are you doing? With the broken arm finger, she's out of her cast now. Miss, listen, 2024 has been a rough year for Miss Pam.
It has.
Pamela, are you here? After Pamela, it's the Cherry lady, last name Cherry. Are you here? In are you? Who's here? Whoever's here, that's who we gonna read because I'm not gonna keep asking y'all. Who's on the list? Good, Miss Pam. I'm glad you're all good. The cast are off. Okay, and if I'm not mistaken, you just wear like a splint every now and then. You got to go back to work in an hour. Okay, we gonna roll through these, or I'm gonna cut you through if somebody ain't here. Tammy's here. All right, come on, Tammy. Keena, put Tammy up. Where you? Wait a minute. You getting on another flight scenario? I'll be looking for you every time I get on the plane. Like, where's she at? Oh, you only wear a splint one lefty. Okay. Are you back in? Are you back to work, Miss Pam?
Bottle of wine is on the list. All right.
Oh.
So,
Oh, this isn't wine. This is cranberry juice. Y'all think I'm y'all? This is cranberry juice. I am not drinking wine, and I don't like red wines anyway. It would have been a Moscato. This is just cranberry juice. I just like to be fancy, y'all. Who would drink wine and Powerade at the same time? That would be. No. This is cranberry juice.
gross.
All right, I'm gonna
Okay.
hurry up, Miss Sonari, so I can get to you.
So I got the Jack of Clubs, the Nine of Hearts, and the Ten of Spades. The Jack of Clubs is responsible friend, sibling, mutual respect. So there's a person that you have a lot of good mutual respect with and good flow of energy. The Nine of Hearts is talking about new family, new relationships, shift in the family dynamics, things moving around in a good sense, in a family sense of way. And we love the spades because spades are talking about change. The spades are talking about grief and how the worst is over, and it's things are just kind of moving along. Change sometimes is hard. Change could be like relationships die and you still go through those processes, but it looks like good things are coming, that you have good changes coming in your family, and things are going to be looking up for you. I get a lot of people going through changes today.
Oh my gosh, I feel like it's something for us. Like when I get a lot of the same kind of readings, I feel like it's
Hmm.
something for me. But it is a lot of change going on. Again, we're in the second half of the year. Everybody wants to pick up because I need these things to happen by the end of the year so that I can start fresh with 2025. So I feel like a lot of people are doing that. Um,
Yep.
Tammy, immediately when I got in your energy, I said, I heard what's the holdup? Like you're asking for something and your guys are standing by ready. They're like, let's go. I'm ready to jump in. Like they showed me somebody turning a rope and they ready to jump in and take over. Like, come on, let's do this. And you're just standing there. They're like, well, what do you want me to do? What do you want us to help you with? Like you're asking for help and what you want us to help you with. What do you need help with? Your career, with your love, with your finances, with your health? What is it that you want help with? They're like, what do you want? You're in a very defeated mindset, like almost not necessarily a depression, but you feel like lost, like you feel like you're climbing out of a hole constantly over and over and over, and nothing ever lets up, because that was the very first card that came out. But it's a mental thing. Remember, swords are mental. That's air energy. That's your brain. That's your perception of it. And they're saying, yes, you are going through these challenges, but again, challenges make you grow. How do you build muscle? You break it down, and then it builds up. So you're being broke. Oh my gosh, everybody's going through so much struggle right now. And
Mm-hmm.
they're saying, you want help, but where do you want us to help with? Speak clearly what you want. You don't have to mask your pain with your higher power. Let them know what you want, and they'll give it to you. They'll help you to do it. Is it a love situation that you're going through? Because this is what came out, the lovers card. So the lovers can either be a decision, or it can be a partnership with somebody that you're having a romantic um um falling out with, or a very close intimate relationship, like closer than like, oh, my coworker Sally gets on my nerves because she always steals my stapler. This is more like me and my sister are arguing, me and my husband are moving toward, separation. Like you're having some kind of relationship situation, and you're feeling very defeated in this situation because you don't know how to move forward, and you feel like you're doing everything that you're supposed to do, but what they're showing me is you're doing everything but seeing it from that other person's point of view. And so that's so funny, because as soon as I said that, this card came out, and that's the Page of Cups. That's that intuition. That's that gut feeling. That's that I know I should be doing this, but I'm doing something else because logically that's what makes sense. Like, yeah, intuitively, I know I should be, preparing to move, but logically, I haven't even found the house. But intuitively, something in my gut says, get ready to move, even if it's just to get boxes, even if it's just to start purging. So I know it's something that I should be doing, but I don't know what it is that I need to do, because my reality doesn't reflect what it is that I'm trying to get. So follow that gut feeling. And they're saying, like, you've been hurt, or whatever the situation is, it's so heavy. That's what that is. And the intuition is, I know I should move on, but the reality of the loneliness is making me want to go back. Remember, you left the situation for a reason. You got rescued from a burning house. You prayed, I want this to be over. I want this peace. I got it. I got it. I got it. Now I'm lonely. I want to run back into the fire. I want you to douse me in gasoline and throw me right back into the fire, because I think he's going to be different. All this time that we were together, he wasn't different. She wasn't different. They weren't different. But as soon as I leave, now I'm thinking, well, they're going to be different now because they miss me so much, and I'm just such a great person. If they didn't change while you were in the situation, you're just walking back into a fire. Why would you want to go back to somebody? Listen to the word that you use to describe them. My ex, my ex. This is
Mm-hmm.
my ex. Why would you want to go back into the fire? You've been rescued, and that's why your higher power is like, I'm here. I did what I was supposed to do. Why are you not? Why are you trying to go back? Exactly. Oh my God. Keena, you want to come on and tell that story? But she said it's like the Israelites leaving Egypt. Like they wanted to go to the promised land, but it was taking so long, and it was such a harsh journey that they wanted to go back to the misery of suffering under Pharaoh. So you know that intuitively, this was a good decision. I don't want to go back. This wasn't what I wanted. This person's never going to give it to me. I just hear you harping on and on and on to this person until you finally couldn't take it no more. You got the freedom that you wanted, but the loneliness is talking. Well, maybe he's different. Maybe he understands now. Maybe he misses me so much. Maybe that's the loneliness talking. If you think you're lonely now, wait until tonight. That's where you are. You're in the loneliness of it, and you're forgetting about how you prayed to get out of it. And so we got you out of it. And rather than move forward in the unknown and find somebody different and get the respect that you want, get the love that you want, get the love the way that you want it, I'll go back to that because I know that. I'll stay with the devil that I do know versus the devil that I don't know. So you're ready to run back to something that wasn't working for you in the first place. Why is this person your ex? For whatever reason, remember those reasons. Again, another page. Oh my gosh, you're getting all these pages. That's communication, that's information, that's knowledge, that's you learning. That's that creativity, that's that passion. This is you figuring out how to move forward in a new youthful energy, seeing yourself with new eyes, understanding the power that you have and the control you have over this. Don't go back. For me, it's a no on the relationship thing. I can even give you on that um um Will Tammy get back with her ex? I got a big fat no. Look, it started saying no by the time, as soon as I got no, it's a no. And it's a no because you prayed so hard to get out of it. And your guys is like, I dare you to go back. I'll push you down before I let you go back. I'll trip you and make you fall and break your leg before you go back over to this person's house. Your higher power is like, absolutely not. It's abundantly no for me. It's a hard pass. No, you're not going back. So I would advise you not to go back. Heal those wounds and move forward in positivity. What is it that you want? What is your love language? If you could have your perfect person right now, what would it be? You know what my person would be? Somebody who knows I like food. I like to go out. I like to eat. I like to dine. I like to drink. Who knows? You know what? On Wednesdays, it's a long day for her. Let me get her a Starbucks green tea lemonade. Let me send her a toasted bagel. Let me send her her breakfast that she wants. She has a rough day. She can't cook. Let me order her some Grubhub so that she can have some food. Let me make sure she has my love language is doing, showing your love. You could tell me you love me all day, but if you're telling me you love me and then you're not showing me you love me, then I don't get that you love me. Know your love language so that you can attract that to other people, or you can pull that in so your higher power knows what you want. Is it somebody that calls you all day? Is it somebody that does stuff with you? Is it somebody who leaves you alone when you're having a bad day? What is your love language? What is it that you want? If the perfect person could come, who would it be? How tall would he be? What color would he be? Would he be funny? Would he be athletic? Would he be a very strong religious person? Would he be more spiritual person? Would he be an outdoors person? Would he be, my nightmare would be somebody who wanted to go camping all the time. Like, really, Lord, he has everything else I want, but he want to go camping all the time. That would be my nightmare. But you know what? I would be a wife in a camper ass rolling through the woods with my husband if that's what he wants to do. I'm just not sleeping outside in a we got to glam it up. We're going to compromise. We're going to go in this big, beautiful whatever, but I'm not sleeping outside in a tent, in a little tent and things because bears be out there. So you got to decide what you want and how you want it to move forward. But it's a big fat no for me on that relationship. All right. So who's next, Keena? So Keena, somebody came up that was that we passed. Who is that? Who's next? Well, I thought you said yes to somebody or hold tight to somebody, Tanya or something. Lewis, we ain't trying to hear nothing till you just make a surprise appearance in class. I'm like, what is Keena doing? Jeremy is last on the list, Keena. Oh, because he in there? Who is Tanya? You were saying something to Tanya. Hey, Miss Tina. Oh, okay. Oh my God. So Jeremy is next. Jeremy, where you at? You can go ahead. Oh, there he is. Look, even Sonoran. Look, everybody know the list but me. I'm just totally lost. I'm gonna let Keena do what she do. Go ahead, Miss
I
Sheri.
can't just to go away.
Oh, Keena said a lot of people didn't answer, so she kicked them out. Boop, and added some new people.
Okay.
I
I
got
can't
it.
read the question because my private that messaging won't go down like the box.
Um,
It's
well, do
weird.
escape. It might take it away. Press escape.
Nope.
That didn't work. That usually works for me. There isn't a little arrow.
No, there's nothing. I can't even type in the box. It's so weird.
You want to exit and come back?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, let me do that because I can't see anything.
Technically, Kay, the list is closed. Keena's been replacing people with people who don't show up. There's 10 people ahead of you. I mean, you can go ahead. Sheri Beery can read Lewis. I think uh, uh, we've had like a phone a text reading, but I'll see what new energy I have for Lewis. But Sheri Berry can start that one off for sure. I don't feel like I have any new energy for Lewis. He's so grounded and so in his energy. But we can try.
Okay, try that.
Yvette is here. Okay.
kind of stinks because anybody that was attached to me would have dropped off, right?
Nope, they didn't. Nope.
Okay.
Oh, it's a lot of people on the list. I'm so happy y'all and it's new people. I love y'all. All right, Jeremy, what did you said general? Okay. Yvette is next. John Cal is still here. You're on the list. The list is at the bottom for all of y'all who can't see it. Oh, you're after Viv, John.
Okay.
John Cal. Viv, are you still here? Because Keena said, are you still here? If not, we giving you the boot.
Candy's still here.
Did she put a
Candy,
question
were you
in?
on the list?
I mean, did you put a question in? Like, I don't add everybody to the list. If you don't post a question, then I don't put you on the list because I feel like you're just chit chatting. Y'all know what? I ain't gotta go pick up Brandon from work no more. Like, y'all know I usually be like, I ain't gotta pick him up from work no more. Well, okay, well, put a question in. If you put a question in, we'll get to you. All right, Jeremy. Let's see what we got.
Three of diamonds. I'm sorry, three of hearts, seven of diamonds, and nine of hearts. So the three of hearts is about your wishes being granted, that the the deepest desires that you have are coming true, and those things that you've always wanted are coming to surface. The seven of diamonds is about people, about loss of money, fraud, troubles with money. So your wishes are coming true. However, you have problems with how you spend and how you use your money. So be careful with that. The nine of hearts is talking about um, how you're supposed to have like a new home, new family, shift in family relationships. But I'm really kind of concerned about this money, like the on how you work with money. It's like with your family. Okay, money is coming in, your wishes are coming in. Be careful with how you're spending your money, and there's like changes in your family, and I think it's affected by the money that's going to be coming in. I hope that makes sense. I hope you understand that because I have no idea. That one's kind of all over the place.
Jeremy, are you thinking about proposing to somebody? I get they show me snowfall and they show me winter. I was gonna ask you if you were gonna get if you were having a wedding, but the pendulum said no. So I feel like you're are you about to propose or are you thinking about marriage with somebody? Are you in that kind of relationship? Because I get by December, they show me snow. They show me like you and another person like making snowballs or having wintertime fun. So I feel like that's a season, not necessarily the activity. So I feel like you're considering getting serious to the point of permanent matrimony with somebody, and they moved me to use the Light Sears deck. So that's usually my love deck. So are you getting to that point where you're thinking about marrying somebody and you're trying to save up for that? You still
Rekindling a
are rekindling a
relationship.
relationship. Okay. Um I feel like by December you'll be to that point with that person. Were you ever considering marrying that person? Because it's a joyous announcement that's coming in December. There is something great that is happening in December for you. And it's a celebration. And you two are having a lot of fun while you're doing this or whatever this situation is that's coming up. So I do feel like with the rekindle, I get a yes on that. And I usually don't get that. I do get a rekindle. I don't feel like it was anything horrible, the reason that you two broke up. Maybe your lives just you weren't on the same page. Um, the nine of pentacles came up, so I feel like you were very ambitious. You were trying to get to that let me stack my money. This is independent wealth. That's where your focus was. And you just kind of like got misguided on the situation. But I feel like if you go back to it and you have a better understanding as to what both people want, what works for both sides, you'll get it back together. But I get a yes on your rekindling. And I get that you'll I get that by December, you'll like, I feel like that's where you're heading, but I do feel like you two will get back together. Look, as soon as I said that, the 10 of Cups come out. Look, you got two of my favorite cards, that Nine of Pentacles, which is that independent wealth, and that 10 of Cups, which is that joy, that happiness. If you notice, it's the husband, the wife, it's the kids, it's the dog, it's everything. That's that emotional fulfillment. 10 of Pentacles would be like that material fulfillment, things you can hear, see, touch, feel. This is that emotional fulfillment. This is ultimately where I'm going. The culmination of everything that I've been working through, I'm going to that. So you're going to have the money and the romance, but now you've made some decisions and you're moving in a positive direction. Now you can focus a little bit more on the relationship, and that it'll be different this time, because I don't feel like there were any bad things that were happening in your situation. Like, it was just kind of like, you know what, maybe this just isn't working out, and two mature adults decided, let's just move on. And now you're like, well, you know what? Let's reconvene on that. And for you, it seems like a good thing. I never tell people to go back usually, but this doesn't feel like it ended on a bad situation. So it feels like a good thing. And they told me to go to the Light Seers deck. And so I feel like it was a love relationship, or it was a love reading that was coming up. And I almost said I didn't want to do it, but I feel like you two will get back together. I feel like it will be moving forward. Does your mom like this person? Because I get a motherly energy, and this is a good person. So does your mom like this person? I feel like there's a motherly loving energy of this person, like an approval of mom. So is that true that your mom likes this person, or a mother figure in your life likes this person? Either way, it's a positive. Everything about your situation is good. Yes, with the rekindle. Yes, with the moving toward relationships. Yes, with the positive changes in your finances. A new job could be on the mark. I get a red target. So whatever job that you're looking for or you've been pursuing, it's coming up. You'll get an opportunity. It's kind of like you being snuck through the back door, like somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody tells you something, and you jump on the opportunity, and before you know it, boom, you're at another level financially. I see an increase financially in your circumstances where you're gonna go up. Okay. Haven't introduced him yet. Okay. Well, I get a motherly approval of it. So your mom will approve of this person. Okay. So I get all positives for you moving on with that situation. All right. I love a love reading when it's organic and general, and we didn't have to, you know, no desperation. It's just organic. So I love that. So good things are coming for you. Come back and let us know when you get married. We like buttercream cake when you when you order for the wedding too. And I want to come to the wedding. All right, Keena, who's next? That's good things for you, Jeremy. Oh, I'm so happy for y'all. That's so cute. Your energy is so light and fluffy. And you're such a nice person. Like, you're a very giving person. You're a funny person. You are like the life of the party once you get to know somebody. It takes you a minute to like kind of let your guard down or kind of be who you are. But once you feel comfortable with people, you're a very funny and entertaining person. I like that. Can we get wedding food shipped? Don't we love wedding dessert, honey? Don't we love some buttercream cake? All right. That good, Jeremy. I'm glad that's true. All right, Yvette, you're here. Scenario, you'll be next. We'll throw you in there really quick after this next, because I know you got to get on the plane. Red velvet buttercream and a little order. All right now. All right. So Miss Yvette, are you here? Am I saying that right? Is it Yvette or Yvette? Yeah, Yvette. Okay. She's here. You can go ahead.
Okay.
Yvette, immediately I heard move. I'm not gonna start your reading, but I heard a move. So keep that. We'll put that in the parking lot, and that's what I'll talk about is a move.
What the hell's wrong with you? Sorry, my cat just decided to scratch my ankles. Um, Interesting. So I got the Four of Diamonds, which is the Four of Pendulums or Pentacles, sorry. Um, the Four of Pentacles is somebody that has funds available but is holding on to things so tightly they're not seeing the glories and the beauties around them. Then I have the King of Diamonds, which is also a pentacle, but it's wisdom about money and good luck and financial and legal situations. So are you holding on to money? Do you have a lawsuit going on, or is there something that is financially tied up in litigation? And is that why you're holding on to your money? Then I have the Six of Hearts, which talks about longevity and stamina and being faithful to your cause. So that's what I'm getting. It's about abundances and money and things coming in.
Tanya, I don't think you've missed your turn. Kina has all the names listed at the bottom. Read the scroll at the bottom.
Yeah,
Okay, Lord help the child. I'm
don't
all in
have
the
that.
chat like a kid in the candy store.
Well, Yvette, it's gonna
Well,
be okay. Like
Miss
m-
Yvette, this,
money
this is,
doesn't have
go
to
ahead. I'm
be,
sorry.
it doesn't abundance doesn't have to be about money. Abundances are the things that you look in life. I tell people all the time, and Angie does too, like when you ask for money and you walk by a penny, you're snubbing the universe. When you're asking for abundances, it doesn't
Imagine
necessarily
walking
have to
by
be
100
money.
pennies a day and leaving them all on the floor. That's $1 a day. That's
Yeah,
$365 at the end of the year.
right. Abundances could be somebody buying you groceries or paying an electric bill or a phone bill for you. So when you have that, it's these abundances that will be coming into you. But this does tell me that like you're in need of money, and this does tell me that you'll be getting the
Let
money
me say
or
this
the
because she said
abundances.
I live in low income. And this is what I'm
Yep.
thinking. Is that your ceiling? That's where you want to be. That's just where you want to be. You want to stay in low income. You don't want to move to the next level because abundance could mean that they're giving you your heart's desire. They're moving you to the next level. So are you content with staying in low income and never moving out of it? That's just where you want to be. You don't ever want to make more money, do more things. And the first thing I know you're going to say is I'm disabled. I work with many disabled people who make their own money, who are not on disability, who actually come into work. And one of those places is a warehouse. There are many disabled people there. So if that's where you're about to hit me with, I'm low income because I'm disabled. I just want to know, is low income where you're trying to stay? Is that your ceiling? Like you don't want to go past that. You don't want to strive for anything else because she's speaking abundance into you. And the first thing you said is I'm low income. No, that means that you're moving to the next income. If somebody tell me I'm going to get abundance, the first thing I'm not going to say is, oh, well, I'm low income. I don't want no more money. They're speaking positivity into your situation and you're like, oh no, I'm content with where I am. I mean, if that's where you are, then you don't need a reading from me. You're content with where you are and everything is you're fine. But what I saw was moving. The very first thing I saw was you moving to someplace else. So moving could be to the next level income. It could be to a new apartment. It could be all these different things. You got to charge me per slice of cake. You bringing my own cake. I'm bringing nothing but cakes to your wedding. My own, nothing but cakes to your wedding, Jeremy.
Hi, Julie.
Hey, Miss Julie. Where you see Julia? Oh, love right, Sword. Hey, Miss Julie. Hey, Angels. So
Hello,
Yvette,
angels.
I'm happy about leaving. Okay, good. So that's what I was going to say. I see you moving on to something better, to something higher. So strive for something higher. Your focus should be on the next level, not where I am. Okay, this is where I am, but how do I get to the next level? And I feel like that's what your heart is desiring. That's what you came to this earth for, to accomplish more. But you've gotten so comfortable in where you are that you don't want the challenge. You don't want to move forward. How can you make this out of this low income situation? How can you make to your own sustainability where you can do this on your own? What is your goal? What is your focus? My ear is on fire because your higher power is like, you're in this situation because you don't want to move on. You don't want to move forward. You want people to tell you, oh, just a boatload of money is going to be dropped in your lap, but you have to work for those things. You have to put something out there in order to move forward. You have to use some kind of exertion to get it forward. And abundance is coming, but how are you going to receive that abundance? How are you going to help that abundance to come along? Are you going to, like, they're giving you a wheel to move your stuff? They're giving you a wagon to put your stuff in to move along to the next thing. Are you going to take the wheels off and make it harder for yourself to move forward? Or are you going to use that wagon for the way it's supposed to be, load your stuff up in it and move on to the next section? How are you helping your abundance to come in? How are you accepting it? Because the way they showed me you is like this. Nope, I'm good right here. Stop. When what you want to be is like this. I'm ready to receive. I'm ready to hold on to the new place that I'm going to forward movement. So forward movement is in your reality if you're ready for it and you're willing to accept it. Your higher power. Don't keep praying for something and then as it comes along, you don't want to do it. You don't want to move forward on it. It's like you're saying, I want, I want, I want, I want. They're like, okay, let's do it. And you're like, oh no, I don't want to do that. I don't know. I gotta move. I gotta go outside. I gotta be a person. I gotta be an adult. And so they're showing you in a very immature, and I don't know you personally, so this is just how they're showing it to me. But they're showing me to you as a little child needing to grow up into a mature, responsible adult and take on the next level of your life. Like move on to the next level. Stop harping on the things that you don't have. And that's how we move forward to the things that you do have. Because your heart is calling out an SOS, but your logic and your mind is telling you, I'm good. If it's gonna be too much work, I don't want to do it. And so for you, it's being able to receive. How do I get into the receiving mode? So that's the question you need to ask your higher power. How do I get into the receiving mode? How do I see myself out of this situation that I am and onto something better, onto something greater, bringing the family up to another level? Before I went to college, um, uh, I was the oldest sibling, so I think my mom had maybe done like maybe a semester at college. So when I graduated, that was a new level for my family, and then everybody after that graduated, and now our kids automatically just go to college and they're the next level. So you're increasing the level. So what are you doing to move the family line to the next level? What are you doing to out to make your family line um develop and become more than what it should be? How are you advancing the family line? How are you advancing yourself? How are you moving yourself forward? So that's what I got for you. Exactly. I like this. I like this. I like what she said. You cannot be, I want it, but not the way it comes. You got to be open to however it comes. Like, I don't like every struggle that I go through, but at the end, when I get on the other side, it's like, okay, I get it. I didn't like the struggle of it, but I get it. All right. Generational wealth. Okay, that's what I see, and that's what they're preparing you for. But you got to get in a mindset of knowing that you deserve it and knowing that that's where you want to get out of the poverty mindset because they're showing me the five of coins. That's what I have for you. All right. So who's next, Keena? Oh no, it was Scenario. Come on, Miss Scenario. Um, let me jump right into your energy. They show me you flying over. It's like a sunset, but it's an island. It shows me an island, but I get Alaska. Is there something about Alaska? Are you thinking about going to Alaska Airlines? Like, are you thinking of going to a bigger airline company? Because they're showing me Alaska, but now that I'm looking at it, they're showing me the plane. So are you thinking about moving over to Alaska Airlines or getting another job at another airline? Because I feel your growth is coming. You've outgrown where you are. Whatever airline you on, I feel like you outgrown it. You're a little bit too sophisticated for that. You're a little bit beyond that. And you're kind of like sometimes you just kind of be clutching your pearls and some of the stuff that go on in the background, and you like, oh, okay. I did. I'm on Scenario, Keena. I'm sorry. Um, you're about to quit. Got it. Because I feel like you clutching your pearls and you like, oh no, this is the most ghetto SHIT sugar honey iced tea I've ever seen. Like, I can't stay in this situation. You're ready to move on. So I do feel you moving on to bigger and better. I don't know that you'll still be in the air. I feel like you're going to a more administrative role or a role that will give you more money and more stability. Like I feel like you want stability. Like you thought that you liked the traveling all the time, but sometimes you're a little bit tired of it. And you're like, well, this isn't exactly what I thought it was gonna be. I only get paid when I do this. And I want something that's a little bit more consistent. So I feel like you're moving on to another role in the industry. But again, you'll stay around travel and leisure in some capacity, but you're growing. Like you are very taken back, like, oh, okay, these people is ghetto as hell. This is not where I'm trying to be. And so whatever move you're thinking about doing, oh my gosh, I'm getting goosebumps. Like you are literally like, whoa, I never knew it could have been like this. And so you're really wanting something else and you're ready to move on. And so it's coming. I see it there. Start applying to different types of things, different types of situations. But I get Alaskan Airlines so quickly for you. So look into that definitely. Love is on the whole because they're showing me the lover's card, but they're showing it to me in the hangman energy. So it's like the lover's card, but it's in the hangman energy. So love is on pause right now. I don't feel like anything serious. You might be getting your whistle wet, like you might be, getting a little fling fling, a little. You might be getting a little for a good time, not a long time, but I don't feel like anything permanent is going because you're very focused on wanting to be stable. You want to present yourself as a viable candidate to somebody else. And you feel like until I feel like I'm stable and where I want to be, everything is just kind of like, yeah, we can build together, but I need something to come to the table to build with. You're very much, you've matured a lot in this job and you see things differently now. And you're like, hold on, all that material that I was focused on, I need to think about how I want to move forward in a different light. Like, how do I build wealth versus materialism? Yeah, the purses are nice, but 10K in the bank is even better. So you're changing your mindset on how you look at money, your resources, your time, and how you build for your job duties, but not in industry. I feel like you're going to stay in that industry and you're going to rise up. Like I really see you being like director level, but it's all taking time. You just had to go through this. This was a growing pain, or this was just a learning experience for you, and you are going to move forward. What do you have for her, Miss Sheri Beery?
I'm just going to validate everything you just said because I got the Ace of Diamonds, which means there's money and ambition and abundances and new opportunities, new opportunities. And this is a change card, so things are changing for you. Um, Again, the worst is over. Keep moving forward. And then the Two of Hearts, which is um, unity, connection, partnerships, because same as the Two of Cups. So, yes, I'm just going to validate everything that you said.
That's the pause, Miss Honey. That's where you said anything about the breakup. That's the pause. They showed me the lover's card and it was in the hangman position. That's that pause. That means stop, slow
Yes.
down. We're holding you back. So that's what it is. That's the ending. That's what I saw when I said I saw the lover's card and it was upside down. It was in the hangman position. That's because that's the pause that they put on when you're the hangman, that spirit saying, nope, stop right there, coming right for you. Like again, you're growing in so many different areas so fast. Like you're actually, oh y'all, let me tell y'all this. As soon as I said that, I looked at my plant. So y'all, I took some, this is so off tangent. I'm such a squirrel. But I had some water in, when I got back from work. I had some ice that had melted and I poured it in my plant and it must have been too cold. My whole plant just drooped down like a little shop of horror. And like that little what was that plant called? What Audrey too? It just and now it's peaking up. It's kind of getting itself back together. I was scared for my plant, but it's coming back together. Yes, Lord. But Sonoran, I see a lot of men around you, but I don't feel like I feel like they like you, your career, or they want to help you in that way, thinking they will get an opportunity. So I'm not saying like sleep your way to the top, but I'm saying allow them to assist you or to give you guidance. Like you can make it clear
Are you being
that
like a sugar daddy?
a
A
mentor, like you
mentor?
said, a mentor. So
A
people feel
mentor.
like just because their intentions are on a of a sexual nature doesn't mean that you have to go with them. You know what I'm saying? Like I've known people like
Exactly.
who've helped me in certain ways because they liked me sexually or they've liked me physically, and I reap the rewards of it, but I made it clear that that's not where I wanted to go with that situation. So be firm in your no, but again, allow them to help you. This is that hierophant. This is that learning. This is you learning, getting information, getting assistance. I like this. This is tradition. This is those institutions. This is you overcoming those institutions, that red tape in the institutions by getting people, mentors who are helping you. So you don't have to succumb to their sexual advances or to their
Correct.
energy in that way, but allow them to listen to what they're saying and get that and take those nuggets of information. Oh, you want to go to lunch? Yeah, let's go to lunch. But let's keep it focused on business. I'm not looking for that situation. Their intentions are different. You're setting the stage that that's not your intention, but you're reaping all of the information that you can get from them. Okay.
Mm,
So, um, um, so I feel like, again, you're going to get people who are going to help you advance career wise, who are going to give you information. Be firm in your intention. If you don't like this person physically, be firm in it, but allow them to provide you with information or get the information and just kind of mull over it. But let your intention be known that that's not what you're trying to do. You're not trying to advance in that way. But I do see a lot of men around you and trying to get close to you or get to know you or help you in that way. Okay. So good things are coming for you. Have a safe flight tonight. Come back and let us know when you get ready to, when you make that transition to the next phase of your career, because it's coming up sometime in September. You'll get, like, maybe that'll be the start of it. Like maybe you'll hear about a program, you'll hear about an opportunity, and then by October, like, I feel like a in like a cat suit, a red cat suit with the little horns and that devilish kind of outfit, and you're going to this party, but it's for your new job or it's for a new opportunity. Like you're so happy about it. Like Halloween seems to be a big celebration for you. So I do see you getting some new things coming. So again, September may be the peak of it. Maybe where it starts, and then October is where you actually see those things changes going on. So come back. All right. Who's next, Keena? You're welcome. Look, she said they be quick to flirt. I saw it. I see all the men circling around you, and their intentions are pure. But get that info and keep it moving. Get that info. So, John, hey, John, are you here? I feel like I'm saying your name wrong, but that might be right. John Cal. John, where are you at? And if John isn't here, is Louis? Oh, is that Louis? Is that our Louis? That grown ass man want to read it. Sheri. Oh, John is here. All right now.
so he has a yes no question.
Oh, what was it? Oh, I get the new
Am
job I
I going
applied
to get
for.
the job I applied for?
All right, Nisha, we won't add you, but it's nice to see you in the chat. Oh, you said please add you. I thought you said please don't add.
I'm all, oh, no, I gotta know. But it was a very
I
slow
heard a
no.
no. I got a no too.
Yeah,
I get a new job, but not specifically that job. And I don't know if,
right.
like, you'll go to the interview and they'll be like, well, we don't really see you as a strong fit for this, but there is another opportunity that we
Yes,
think that you'll get. So I think you'll get a new job, maybe even with that company, but you won't get that job.
that job. That's what I
So
got. It was
I
a very
think that's where you'll
slow
be.
no.
Yeah. So I got a no. I heard a no. No on that job specifically, but I do feel like a new opportunity is coming. A new job is coming. And you, the salary won't be exactly what you want it to be, but it'll be higher than where you are. Oh, the interview did go well and all that, but they just don't feel like you're a fit for that position. And that's not a good or that's not a bad thing. They just think there's another thing that you would be more suited for. I feel like, and so I don't feel like you're going to get that specific job, but enough you get now. So definitely good things are coming. Um, but definitely keep looking. Don't give up. Like you apply for that one job, keep applying for other jobs so you have a counter offer, so you have other opportunities coming up. So don't give up on it. Keep looking. Again, you won't get that job that you applied for, I don't feel like, but I do feel like you'll get something else. All right. So I hope they helped you out. Who's next, Keena? Is it Lewis? I think Lewis is next. Exactly. Alicia said that's exactly what happened to her. Really, Alicia? You gotta tell me more. Y'all in these love readings. Oh my God. See, Nisha, I want to put you on the list, and then the first thing you said is, "Will I see this Gemini again?" Oh, she said the position that she's getting put in fits her way better. Hey, I love it. Remy, there's 5 people ahead of you right now. We'll see how we do in the next few minutes, and then I'll let you know. Um, okay, what do you got for Lewis? I mean, if why would you want to go back to your misery, Miss Nisha? I just had this conversation with somebody else. It's like you pray to get out of the situation and to move on, that you were rescued for a fire and you fighting a fire to go back into the fire and be burned again. Why would you want to go back to a situation that hurt you so deeply? Like if this was your daughter, if this was your best friend, if this was your sister, would you tell them to go back to that situation? Like that makes no sense to me. You got out of the situation and you want to know if you can go back and get burned up again. Well, that makes sense.
Hey, Lewis? I don't think you were asking for a love reading, but anyway, I I got the Two of Spades, which talks about separation, fighting a falling out, and pushing buttons. Then I got the Eight of Hearts and the King of Hearts, which is talking about flirtation and young love and emotional support. And then the King of Hearts is a soulmate or a perfect idea of a soulmate. So I maybe somebody's coming into your life, or you have somebody that's in your life that you may not realize is a potential partner for you. And I know I can hear you go, "What?" Yep, there's Alicia. What? Um, but yeah, that's what I got. And that they're kind of clammed up. They're not really saying much to me.
Wait, he got a new boo. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is that why you ain't coming to class? That you laid up with your honey boo?
Okay. Oh no.
Miss Nisha, I put a comment in there. This is something that Alicia has said many times when she used to come live with us, but she done kicked us to the curb. She don't come live no more. Don't let a man tell you that he don't want you more than once. If he broke up with you, then that's him saying, I don't want this anymore. Why would you want to go back to somebody who broke up with you? If you don't want to be with me, then honey, I don't want to be with you. I'm not gonna come back to you if you decide that you don't want to be with me. Let's just move on. We're not compatible. And sometimes you're not. Lesson learned, move on. I would not go back. But I feel something better is coming for you. Hold on just a second, Miss Nisha. Okay, so let me see what I get for Lewis. I feel like I need to get some different cards, but I don't know what else to get, so I'm gonna stick with what I got. Um, relationship. I'm just listen, like my reaction is the same as Alicia's. Look, this is me right now when you said
Like
that.
what?
Like, wait, what? What just happened?
Me
Who said
too.
that?
Because
Lewis, where you at?
I
Come on,
thought,
listen, we send Lewis a link. We need to be live. We need to see what's going on right now. Come talk to us, Lewis.
Well, Lewis, I'm like, I talked to him just a couple of weeks ago and never mentions anything about a love interest, so I don't
This
know.
is tricky now.
I don't know what's
Um,
coming.
I definitely get for for Lewis. I get that you're seeking something more. You're happy with where you are. It's a roadblock. It got you back into, every day out of the house doing a different job. But I feel like you want something more. You want something where you use your abilities and where you see how you're affecting others. Like, yeah, I'm making money. Yeah, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I love what I do. I love that it keeps me busy. I love that I'm making money. I love the opportunity. I'm not poo pooing on any of that. But I need something that has a little bit more intrinsic meaning to me. My heart and my money needs to align. I need to see how I'm helping people, how I'm giving back. I don't want people to follow the road that I'm on. I want people to see things differently and to accomplish things based on how I've inspired them. You want to be more. You want a legacy. We've talked about this before. You want a legacy, but you want your legacy to be positive. You're making changes. So I do see you seeking something different, but not sure which direction to go. Like, well, what is it that I want to do? Like, I'm happy here, but what is it that I want to do? What is the new job that I want to have for me? And that's what you have to decide how you want to do that. I feel like I should be on one of them housewife shows just drinking my little, but this is cranberry juice, y'all. So I feel like new opportunity isn't coming to you because you haven't decided what that opportunity is that you want. What is it that you want to do? How do you want to incorporate your gifts? Do you want to be a mentor? Do you want to be a teacher? Do you want to be a counselor? Do you want to be a therapist? Do you just want to do readings? How do you want to use your gifts and abilities and your story? Your story is, they're saying, don't put your story in the background. Use your voice. Like my voice got roughed up then. Use your voice. Tell your story. Inspire others. That's where you're missing your opportunity. You're not telling your story. You're overcoming it, but you're not telling it in a way that inspires others. So your opportunities aren't coming because you haven't decided what you want your opportunity to be, how you want to move forward. If the perfect job could call tomorrow, what would it be? What hours would it be? What days of the week would it be? Would you go into the office or would you stay home? Would it be remote? What is that powerful job that you want? How do you get from where you are now to where you want to be? So your highest and greatest good is tying that heart, tying up all those loose ends that you feel like you're trying to overcome, tying up your story, your voice, your abilities with your money. How do I make all of those things work for me? So your highest and greatest good is helping somebody else find their highest and greatest good. How do I do that? Where do I start? What do I do? So those are the questions that you need to have in your meditation. How do
Mm-hmm.
I help others reach their highest and greatest good? That's what they're saying. You need to find that voice. How do I tell my story and inspire others? How do I just speak to a men's group? How do I just speak to friends? How do I inspire others to see their situation different? Because I had to see my situation different to get me where we are. And like, I feel like you're working on little things from the past that have kept you down. Like, you know how people have little things like maybe it's debt, maybe it's tickets, maybe it's little things in their past, and I feel like you're chipping those things off one by one. Check, done with that. Check, done with that. And every time you accomplish one thing, you're like, yes, but you're not boasting about it enough. Enough people don't know how much of a change you're making. You're kind of sitting back and learning and going over your struggle, but you're not using it in a way to inspire others. Let me figure out what my struggle was. Let me figure out how to tell my story, and then I'll help others. And they're saying the opportunity is now. There's a lot more people that are struggling. There's a lot more people you could help. How do you find that voice? Even if it's just every day making a little 5 second video or like a 30-second video. Hey, have a great day. Don has discovered that a lot of his
Mm-hmm.
videos that get the most views are just inspiration, just him telling people to have a great day, to find their voice, to find their new purpose. Maybe it's just you getting on every morning and say, "Hey, good morning, everybody. Here's a happy prayer. Here's a message for everybody," and just getting that out there. So you got to find your voice. That's what they're telling me about you. So that's what I got.
Me personally, I just think he loves me. This is all about me.
I think he loves you too.
Yeah.
And we'd love to see you. And we want to meet this lady. Who is this lady? I feel like you ain't telling us something. That's all right. We're going to talk about you when we get off of here. We just going to get on the link live and just talk about you in the background. That's all right.
Yep.
We just
Yep. So
fuck
whether
with
that's
you.
love for yourself or you're
All
finding a
right. So
new
who's
aspect of love for yourself, that's what I got.
testimonials are powerful. I love what she said. That is true. Testimonials are
Yep.
powerful because a lot of times you're like, well, if they could do it, I know I could do it.
And Lewis, you have an incredible story to
Like,
tell.
oh, okay, I could. That ain't hard to do. Different stories to tell. So much stuff to say.
Yeah.
Yes, Alicia. Exactly. Exactly. We talk about you. Oh, I love that. Oh, did I hide what Keena already put up? Let me leave the chat alone. Keena,
In
look,
my
Keena
life
in the
for decades.
background.
I'm
Keena
crushed
breathing so
through it.
hard in the background, like, please stop. I'm sorry.
What do you mean there's nobody in your life for decades? What about me? I thought it was all I thought oops, just gonna cry.
All right, Keena, who's next? Y'all, we got through that list, baby. We are working it on. We got like 30 more minutes or however long Miss Sheri Berry want to go because we about to hurry up.
Stop
Ah,
flirting, Sherry. I flirt with everybody, but
all
my
right.
heart is
Tanya, are
loyal.
you here?
Uh-uh. Ask him. Tanya, please go ask V.
Okay, Miss Tanya, I won't break into his energy, and this is my reasoning why. I don't read other people's energy without their permission because it's kind of like tapping into reading their diary. This is his personal thoughts or V's personal thoughts about you, and I only have your permission to read your energy. So I'll give you a general reading, but I won't tell you how this person feels about you because for me, that's just a violation of their of them saying whether I can or cannot. I don't read people unless they tell me to. Even if I get a message and spirits like go and tell this person, I ask them first. I am not going to step over anybody's boundaries like that. And so I'm not going to do that. Okay. So Miss Nisha, there's a list of people on there and all these people were on the list before you. Tanya, Brenda C, and then Kay are all ahead of you. Okay. So all those people were on the list before you. The list at the bottom of the screen tells you who was all on there. And so you're like the last person on the list. All right. So, Miss Tanya, I will give you go ahead, Sherry Berry. You can start with Miss Tanya while I try to get some cards ready for her. You're in a very timid energy, Tanya. Like you're scared to ask
So
because you're
Queen of
scared of the
Hearts,
answer.
Queen of Diamonds, and the Ace of Clubs. So the Queen of Hearts is talking about, again, an ideal partner and a soulmate. And the Queen of Diamonds is talking about a female partner with sound advice, um, and a deep connective energy, where the Ace of Clubs is talking about solitude and being in your own space. So I'm feeling that you need to learn your love yourself more. So I'm hearing, because I'm seeing a bunch of roses, you need to trust in yourself more and maybe spend a little bit more time with yourself and in your own energies, because I think this V person, it's time to move past this V person. Um, that's kind of where this is going, because it's about being good to yourself. All of these cards are being good to yourself.
Was there infidelity in the relationship? Is that what the situation is? Because the devil card came out, and that's pessimism. They gave it to me as pessimism and not addiction. But if you notice in the devil card, the lovers are attached, they're connected, but they can get out of this situation anytime they want to. So I feel like they're like you're in a pessimistic mood, or you're doubting the relationship because of what happened before. Like maybe you broke up and got back together, and you're still holding on to the hurts from that past relationship, and you won't let that go. And so you're not fully able to love in the way that you want to, because you're holding on to those doubts, or you're holding on to whatever happened the first time or in the past. There's something that you're not letting go of, so you're not fully letting yourself love in this situation. And so you either need to decide right now, because they're showing me the two of swords, and with the two of swords, you're cutting through that mask. You either need to decide away, because I can't let go. Don't hold on to something just because you're holding on to it. I mean, just because you don't have something else. Because what you could be doing is holding on to this situation, and your true love is somewhere off waiting on you, and they get tired of waiting, and then they marry somebody else, or they find somebody else. So either you're going to fully trust this relationship and get over the hurt and the pain and whatever happened in the past, or you're going to let this person go and move on. Don't walk
Hmm.
that line and pull them through your misery, because you can't decide how you want to move forward, or you can't get over whatever the situation was. I definitely not want to be in a relationship like that. Like say it was my career, and I was making all this money, and then we broke up, and then we get back together, and they can't get over that. They're pulling me along in a situation for something that they can't get over. Either you're going to get over what happened in the past and move forward and trust them fully, or you're going to just let go and move on to something else fully. You can't keep putting new wine in old wineskins. Like you're trying to build a new relationship, but you're seeing it through the eyes of the past. So you either need to clearly walk away and move on and heal over this situation, or you need to fully go ahead and decide that you're going to trust this person and just move forward. You're in that conflict energy. This is conflict. This is where you are. You're in pessimism and conflict. You can't let it go, but you're not you're doing that person a disservice too, because they're thinking that, oh, okay, everything's fine, and you're truly wearing a mask and not giving your whole heart to them. And I don't want to be in a relationship with somebody who I can't give my whole heart to, or with someone who can't give their whole heart to me. So you're doing a disservice to both of you, and you're hurting both of
Yep.
your opportunities to find true, authentic love, because you're not being honest about the situation. You need to let this person know that this is what you're feeling, and you can't get over it, or try to work through it with therapy, or you need to let go. It's your choice. At this point, you're doing a disservice to both of them, to both of you. So again, the decision is yours. How do I want to move forward? Am I going to let go and trust this person, or am I going to let go and move on and find somebody totally different? But I need to heal that situation. And if you speak about it, it's possible that you two can work through it. Like, okay, I feel this way. And you say, well, what is it? And this person says, well, what is it that I can do to make you trust me more? What is it that I can do? Or this is how I've changed. If they've changed and you're not acknowledging it, then that's a personal issue for you that you need to resolve. But if they haven't changed, then that's you forcing yourself to be a square peg in a round hole, because you just don't want to move. You just don't want to move on, because the loneliness, you don't want to, you just want something versus nothing. And again, you could be holding on to the detriment of your true love. But it's a decision that you have to decide. You have to soul search and decide, how do I want to move on? The cards can't tell you that. What the cards are telling me is it's a decision that you need to make, and you need to be honest with both parties, with yourself and with that person. Okay. So I hope that helps you out, Miss Lady. Again, I don't feel like it's detriment. I feel like you need to decide. And once you decide, everything will become clearly. Once you're honest with that person and with yourself. Okay. Who's next, Keena? Tay, is it Tay Bucks? Oh, K is next. Is K next? Okay. Oh, Lord.
Everything about marriage.
Hey, the first thing the spirit told me to ask you when you said about your marriage, what do you want? Do you want this marriage to go on, or are you just comfortable in the fact that you're in it? They're saying, what is it that you want? We'll give you what you want. Do you want to move forward with this marriage, or do you want to let it go? You seem to be going back and forth. You're running to the marriage and you're running from the marriage. You're running to the marriage and then you're running from the marriage. And they're saying, what do you want? You're asking me what to do for the long haul. Are you speaking to your partner about what you want to do about the long haul? So what is it that you want? Your original question had to do with business. Is the marriage the reason that you haven't started the business? Is there some kind of communicate, like, does this person not want you to work, not want you to start this business, not want you to quit your job? Because there seems to be tension in there. But instead of talking to that person, you're coming to us and saying, well, do you think it'll work out? Yeah, it can work out. All situations can work out, but they also could not work out. What is it that you want from this? Do you want to? Is there something that you're sacrificing this that is too heavy for you to sacrifice? What is it that you want for this marriage in the long haul? Do you want kids and they don't? Do you want to start your own business and they don't want you to? Do you want to live in a city and they don't? What are the compromises? What is your walk away? What is it that you're saying, this is not it. I can't do it if you don't want this, or I can't do it if this isn't a part of it. Some people want children and the other person doesn't. Is that your walk away? Is that your end all be all? I want kids, they don't. This relationship isn't going to work, or we're just going to keep being intention. So what is your walk away? What is it that is causing you this doubt in the relationship? That's what you need to figure out. What is it that you truly want? So that's the question that you need to ask yourself. Do I want this to work? Why is this coming up? Is this something that I feel personally, or is there some kind of behavior that is making me feel like this isn't going to work? Because when you're asking these kind of questions, you already know the answer. You already know the answer. You're coming to me to give you a different answer. So I don't have to answer this question for you. You already know the answer to this question. You're just hoping that I give you a different answer. What do you have for her, Miss Sherry Berry?
Kind of interesting because I got stuff about business,
Which is what her first question was.
right? I got the Four of Clubs, which is about potential and growth in business and work outcome is good. And then I got the Nine of Spades, which is a transition and moving and like facing it, like it's hard for you to face things and move forward. But then I got the King of Clubs, which talks about um, a wise mentor, an authority figure, somebody that is very stern and in your life. And to me, that is talking about your
Oh
business.
my gosh,
That's,
Sherry, I'm so glad you said that because that's what I felt. But I feel like she wants to be the alpha. That's her. She wants to be that person. And that's what the bumping of the heads is. She wants to be the
yep.
alpha in this situation. And that's where the bumping of the heads is. You're refusing something. As soon
Hmm.
as you said that, oh my gosh, as soon as those words you said, you took the words right out of my mouth, Sherry.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
here for.
yeah. That's what the problem is. They're bumping heads because she's trying to be the alpha too. And you don't want to listen. That's what the
Hmm.
problem is. You're refusing something. This is something, look at this. This is something that is being offered to you. This is a Four of Cups. This is emotional fulfillment that's being something that's being offered to you, and you're not seeing it or you're not accepting it. Look at it. This is the divine offering something to you. You see that? That's the divine offering something to you, and you're not taking it. You're like, I don't want that. That's not what I want. I asked for Starbucks and you brought me Dutch Bros. I don't want that.
Judge
That's not what I want.
Bros.
Exactly. That's how it is. I asked for this, but you gave me something else. Or I don't like the way that it's coming to you. I asked for a new car, but I wasn't specific in what I wanted. I asked for a new car, so I got a new Toyota Camry. What I wanted was a Cadillac. You got
I
what you
asked for
wanted.
a
You
car,
got
and
what
what
you
I
asked
got
for.
is
I wanted a
a
new
car
car. You got what you
accident.
exactly. And so
I was,
you want your marriage to work, but are you willing to compromise and give up some of that control? Because I feel like this person is giving you more emotions than you're used to, more love, more cups of love than you're used to. And you don't know how to do that because you want to be the alpha. You want to run things. You want everything to go your way or the highway, but you don't want to compromise. Again, that may be what you want, but are you willing to make the sacrifices to get that? Because you're being offered one thing and you're refusing it. This is the only card that came out, and I shuffled for you for a long time. You're refusing something. Something's being offered to you, and it's not what you want. So you got to decide: am I going to settle for what I'm being offered? Am I going to take that, or am I just going to walk away? You can't have it both ways. You can't be the alpha all the time. There's a compromise in the situation. And that's what I feel like. You want to control the situation. And this person also is a strong male energy. And because of that, you're bumping heads and you haven't found the compromise. So that's what you're tired of the arguing, you're tired of the fighting, you're tired of the disagreement, but you're not seeing it from the other person's perspective. I feel like this person is being very patient with you, but you're not seeing it from their perspective because it's my way or the highway, and not necessarily in a bitchy way, like, oh, well, if you listen, I'm not washing dishes and doing this. You go come home and you go wash the dishes and you go do this and you go do that. It's kind of like you're a very strong willed person. And it's hard to get you to back down or to see it in another way. And you're going to have to learn the art of compromise. That's what's the long haul for your relationship. Compromise. How do we compromise? How do I give a little and receive a little? So yes, I do see success for it, but are you willing to make that compromise in the long haul? That's what I see
Are
for
you
you. All
willing to
right.
go to counseling for yourself, not necessarily couples
Listen,
counseling,
I have a
but
relative who I would have never thought would have went to counseling on their relationship, and this is before they even got married. And they went and they learned so much about each other. So think about going to a marriage counselor to see what it is, because sometimes when people show it to you a different way, listen. 20 years ago, Angie, all she wanted was a wedding. She was very argumentative. She was very my way. She was very prove her point. She was very get the last word. But as I've grown, I learned the art of compromise. Oh, you want to pay all my bills? Go ahead. Oh, you want to do that for me? Oh, I'm going to let you do it. My mom had 3 girls before she had a boy. So we're very masculine. We're very much in our masculine energy and learning how to soften that masculine energy and allow my partner to help me in ways that I'm not used to being helped in. And not looking at my partner when they want to do something nice for me like they're a three-eyed monster who, how dare you, or seeing that there's an ulterior motive. How can I compromise? How can I accept this love in a way that is fulfilling for both of us?
we were
Compromise.
just talking about that with me right before we started this. I
So
was
both
talking
of,
about my partner changing his behaviors, and you were like, "Why are you not accepting that?" And I'm like, I'm not used to it, but I'm
exactly.
working on it."
So for you two, you said your partner is more stubborn. You two need to go to counseling and have an objective person show you how you're not compromising. Because what are you going to do? This is how you're going to keep your marriage the whole time. You're going to tear each other down. You're going to destroy each other because you're both too strong. You yin yang. Have you ever seen that? A little of the black is inside of the white. A little of the white is inside the black. How do you come together and find the love and peace in each other? Marriage counseling. You need somebody objectively to show you how to navigate through these situations. Whether it's just deciding whether we're going to get a new car, a used car, a truck, a SUV, a mobile home, whatever the decision is, you're both so dead set on you having it your way that you're just knocking heads and you're tearing each other apart because you're not finding this, you're finding this, and you're just chipping away at each other. You're not building a stronger foundation by intertwining. You're tearing each other down. You're weakening him and he's weak each other to move forward. And you're not the only one that need to change. Maybe both of you need to change, and maybe a marriage counselor will help you to see that. Exactly. A partnership based on teamwork. I love it. Whatever's on the list, that's it. Kay, Nisha, and oh dang, Keena don't have no more to this list. We done. So who's next, Keena? So I hope that helps you
It
out.
would be
Um, both of
Nisha.
you need to be open for change. Rookie, stay there for a minute. I have something on that. Nisha, where you at? Are you still
Nisha.
here, Nisha? This was the relationship person. She wanted to know if um her ex broke up with her and she wanted to go back to that person. And I'm getting a I got a no on that. She was the
No.
person I told, don't let a person tell you that they don't love you more than twice. You know what I'm saying? If he broke up with you, he don't want
Yeah.
to be with you. Move on. Um, who's I'm well, first of all, are you still here, Nisha? Because if you're not, then I'm gonna move on.
I don't
And let me
see.
say this. You're not even on the list, honey. How do you think that you're on the list? My person in the background keeps a very, very um tight list, so you're not even on the list. But Nisha's not here, so let's move on.
Okay, so it's Queen something, I think. Oh, Anna. Anna. Anne. Is Anne on the list? Is
And
Anne
are you
still
here?
here?
Um, when you asked, the list was already closed, honey. It's not that we're ignoring you. We're on 7 different platforms. We've been on for 2.5 hours, and the list at the bottom is the total list. Keena was just adding people. If somebody didn't respond, she would add somebody else on there. But we're approaching 3 hours, and my energy is draining a little bit. So it's not that we didn't see you at 8:35. The list was closed at that time. Once Keena posts that list, it's pretty much over. Tay, didn't we
Um,
call Tay
so
and
Ann Iva is not answering, so Tay is here.
all right, Tay, you're here. Let's go. Because you have been here for
General.
a minute.
Okay,
Please don't be a relationship reading because I'm going to be so mad.
it's general.
No, for Ann.
Oh, well, Anne's not there. She's not
I mean, not Ann.
answering.
No, the other Ann Williams. Ann Iva is off the list. We passed her. Tay Bucks. Okay. For some reason, I got ice cream. Like a childlike innocence and you eating ice cream. But go ahead, Miss Sheri.
Okay. The Ace of Hearts, the Two of Hearts, and the Eight of Diamonds. So our Ace of Hearts is talking about a new romance or rekindling of an old love. And then the Two of Hearts is talking about unity, sex, physical connection, flirtation. So are you starting a new relationship? Funny. Um, and then I have the Eight of Diamonds, which talks about favoritism, bragging, keeping information close, gossip, people talking crappy. So you don't have a relationship or a partner. A partner doesn't have to necessarily be a romantic partner, by the way, even though it's kind of that way. Okay, well, I guess I'm just not connecting with this then. because that's what I'm getting is starting of a new romance and partnership, and there is nope, single and not talking to anybody, and there's gossip and stuff behind it. So maybe there's somebody that likes you that you don't know about and other people are talking about it. But maybe I'm just not connecting with you. Sorry. Go ahead, Angie.
That's funny because the
Can't hear
card that
you.
flew out was the Seven of Cups. Well,
Yeah.
okay. I get a childlike naivety from you, like you're sitting just kind of like la da da, eating ice cream, not really paying attention to the world, not being a part of um like your reality, like you're sitting back and not taking a real front and center role in your life. You're like, well, I'm the little one here. Whatever happens, happens. The adults are taking over. Like, um, I just don't understand. Like, I feel like you're not fully participating in your reality to get what it is that you want. You're sitting back and hoping um, that the universe will just make the decisions for you. So, then that way you don't have any accountability. Things didn't work out. This is what God gave me. So this is just how it is. Like, I don't feel like you're actively participating or reaching your full potential in this situation. I get the Seven of Cups. Um, Exactly. I get the Seven of Cups, like you have many options, but you're not decide. You want the universe. That okay? That makes so much sense. You want the universe to decide for you, so that you don't have to decide, so that you don't have to make that decision and take accountability or responsibility for it. I get the Nine of Wands. You're tired of your situation, but you're not making a choice to decide how you want to move forward. I'm tired of being in this situation, but what does the Lord want me to do? What does my higher power want me to do? Well, I'll just do whatever you tell me to do. And that's just it. Like you want to play the victim in the situation, but you're not doing anything to be proactive to get yourself out of the situation. Like, okay, these things are head of my asking my higher power for, except for to lay down my power. Like you're literally just laying there and giving your power away and hoping that somebody else will make the decisions for you. And they're saying, what is it that you want? If the perfect job called for you tomorrow, what would it be? If the perfect opportunity came up for you, what would it be? Why are you not um, being proactive in your own reality? It's like you're sitting back and watching things happen and being like, oh well, it was not my fault. I didn't do anything for it. I didn't make that decision. This is what happened to me. Instead of moving forward, they want you to move forward. They want you to speak up. This right here is that one they usually call the bitchy queen. Queen of Swords, because she speaks her mind. She has a double side, she has a double-edged sword of truth. She speaks, she cuts through the red tape, through the BS. She speaks her mind, and sometimes she's bitchy because she speaks up, because she has an authority, because she stands in her power, because she knows who she is. She's logical, but she's a decision maker versus the energy that you're in. If this was a past, present, future, your past is this. These are the opportunities that were given to you, and you won't make the decision. Your present, I'm unhappy with where I am, but I won't make a choice on the opportunities. Your future, speak the fuck up. Use your voice. Say what you want. Say it with your whole chest out. Speak your voice. I want a job that pay $100,000 a year. I want to work from home. I don't want to go into the office. I want to be an executive. I want to own my own business. I want a new Cadillac truck. I want a new home. I want to buy my home in 2025. Speak it so you can have it. You're this is where you are. This isn't a powerful position. This is where your higher power is trying to get you to. This is where you're standing at. I don't know what to do. I just like speak up. Your mom ever popped you in the back of the head? Boop. Speak up. I don't understand what you're saying. Speak up. Don't come in here. I don't know what that means. What do you want? Articulate what you want so that your higher power can give it to you. Imagine your child coming to you and being too afraid to ask you for anything. Or you like, oh, okay, I'm gonna take you to get some new shoes. Do you want Nike? Do you want Adidas? Do you want Vans? Do you want this? Do you want that? And they're like, I don't know. Well, what do you want? You just get it. So you get them what you like, and then they don't wear the shoes because they didn't want to make the decision. They took what you gave them, but they don't like it, so they're not gonna wear the shoes that you got. That's where you are. They're asking you what you want. You're saying, oh, okay, well, I want a better job. So they're giving you the opportunities. You want to decide on one, so you just get this one, and then you're not happy with it because you won't be proactive in your reality. Step up to your reality. Speak, or forever stay in this energy. You see how battered and bruised this person is? That's where you are. These are the choices they gave you. This is where they're trying to get you to be. Stand up and speak with your whole chest. That's what I'm just saying. That's all I have for you, Miss Tay. Who's next, King? Closed mouth don't get fed. Listen, Washel, listen. When you coming on here to read? Because, honey, you was just speaking it. When is you coming on here to
She
read? That's
does.
what I want to know. Listen, closed mouth don't get fed. Speak it, honey. Say it. Lord, Miss Ann, I have been looking at this question for the longest. And this is what my immediately when I read it, they said, what if they don't accept the baby and your new friend? Are you going to leave that person? What difference does it make if they accept this baby or not? If they decide,
Thank you.
if they don't accept this baby, are you going to move on and be like, oh, I can't date you, my mama don't like you, my sister don't like you, my friends don't like you? Tragedy into their lives, and they're like, oh, here she come with another shit show, somebody else's baby, somebody else's ship she's trying to save. It's holes all in the boat. Underwater holding her breath trying to repair this broke person. You have to have a history as to why you're believing that they won't accept this person. Is there some things that you don't accept about this person, and you're going to use their acceptance or rejectance as a reason to not accept or reject this person? Like, what is it? Like, I feel like these are your feelings, but you're waiting to see what they're going to say so you can know whether your feelings are valid or not. Because why would you think that they wouldn't accept that person? If I have a new person and I bring them around, I'm assuming that my people are going to like this person immediately. Are they very judgy people? Are they very religious persons? Like, what is it about this person that you're perceiving mentally, because they're showing me the Eight of Swords, where you're feeling trapped? What is it about this person? What red flags are you trying to turn pink? What is it about this person that you know isn't right, and you're hoping that they'll just glaze over it like you do? What rose colored glasses do you need to take off and see this as a reality? Okay. You said accept my guy and my baby. Is it like, what is it? Why wouldn't they accept you? Exactly. And why would you want to be a part of a group of people who wouldn't accept you in that way? So if I legitimately love this person and they're treating me right and they're for my highest and greatest good, why wouldn't my family want me to be with that person? And if they don't, then I just need to move on. I either need to move on from the man or I need to move on from the family. But like, I don't get what your trepidation is. There has to be a reason that you're feeling this way. What is it that is causing you to feel like they won't accept you? And you don't ask me 5,000 questions. If you don't put an answer in here and I don't ask you, and you've been waiting all this time, you hot on stage. What is it? What is the reason that your people would not accept this guy and your baby? Is it not his baby? Like, what's the problem? Like, I don't get this. You're not telling me something.
Mm.
You're not saying something. So what is it that you're not telling me? Why wouldn't they accept this person? Is it somebody from the past who did you wrong? Because I get conflict. But is it mental conflict that you're causing yourself? What is the problem? You're not telling us something. There's a reason that you ask that question. And usually when you ask that question, you already know the answer, honey. What is the reason they're not accepting this person? Was he a violent person? What is happening? Okay, well, obviously you're not here and you don't want to know. So we're just going to move on. Is that the end of the list, Keena? Is that it? Okay, well, we're done then. Well, amen. I thank all y'all for being here. We did about 25 readings. Lord help the child.
Did
And I love
did
it.
we?
I love it. We did, well, I don't know, maybe 15. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Tay. I like that. I really do like that. Miss Nisha, we called your name and started your reading, but you weren't responding, so we moved on to the next person. We called your name a long time ago. The question I had for you at the time, Miss Nisha, was who is this dark skinned guy? There's a muscular guy that's bald and dark skinned. He like his skin glows. Who is this dark skinned person? Is that the relationship you just left, or is this what I'm seeing for your future? Because I see a dark skinned guy, bald with muscles. Who is this? Hi, mysterious world. Nisha, who is that? Nisha Queen, who's this dark skinned person that I'm seeing? Your Gemini with Spanish. Okay. So then maybe then that ought to tell you the answer to that Gemini thing. No, because maybe this is a new person that's coming up yet. Did you go through a lot with this last person? Like he drug you through the mud? Like I feel like you liked him more than he liked you. Definitely. You like this person more than why are y'all getting this that's it. Oh my God. Y'all is really trying to make it work in these situations and you don't need to at all. You've been single for 2 weeks. Okay. You know what? Hey, Miss Linda. Um, Lord help the child. Y'all taking me there.
So I want to thank everybody that has come in that was new today. That we got a lot of new people.
I do love that. I do. I do. I do.
Yeah.
You said he was the one who asked you out. Then why did he break up with you? What was his reason for breaking up with you? And just because somebody asked you out first, don't mean that that they like you even they like you more than you like them. Like I've had people ask me out, and then I ended up liking them more than they like me, or vice versa. Like just because he asked you out first doesn't mean that he developed a liking to you in the same way that you liked him. And that's not to say it's a good or a bad thing. Like maybe you vibe with his energy better than he vibed with yours. Maybe he got to know you and decided, you know what, this just isn't working out. Like, oh, okay, okay. First of all, Nisha, you know what? Okay. You obviously have not been listening to anything that I've said in these readings. Why would you go into a relationship with that baggage? You're doing a disservice to that person. I don't want to be in a relationship with somebody who's always questioning me and comparing me to their past, and I'm still hurting. You need to heal yourself before you moved on. Hurt people hurt people. If this was your son, would you want him going with a girl who's like, well, he cheated on me all the time, and so she want to know where he at, what he doing, going through his phone, sniffing his clothes, checking his drawers, making sure he this, doing all that. Who wants to be with somebody who's that unhinged? I don't want to be with you when you can't get over your past. Heal yourself, honey. Allow those wounds to be healed and get over it, because what I'm not doing is making you a whole person when you're not. When you come to a relationship, you need to be 100% who you are supposed to be and healed. Don't come to me because you're mad, you're wanting to start a new relationship, but Willie Lump Lump used to cheat on you all the time. So every time I say I'm going to the store, you think I'm going to have sex with somebody in the parking lot, or I'm going to meet up with Shirley Doo Wop around the corner. I don't have time for that. You're not going to bring that misery into my life. Heal those wounds, then go out and find somebody else, because what you're doing is just injuring more people. You're basically
Mm-hmm.
entering a new relationship and just causing them more issues, being more drama for them. You're actually the bad person in this situation. You knew you weren't healed when you got into this relationship, and then you inflicted that unhealed you on him. And then you're like, well, why doesn't he want to be with me? Why doesn't he like me? Well, why would I like you? You're a terrible person at this point for being that way. Why would you come into a relationship and know that you're not ready to be in a relationship? Why would I come into a relationship knowing all my husbands cheated on me or all these people did me wrong, and then I'm gonna come up into and then come and to this situation and and inflict this pain on them? Like that's a horrible thing to do to somebody. You're not ready. Heal yourself, honey. Whether that means getting self-love, getting some counseling, but don't get into another relationship. You're not even 2 weeks out of that relationship. You like, is he gonna take me back? Absolutely not. If I was his friend, I'd be like, man, don't take that girl back. She ain't number drama. She ain't number trauma. She is going to keep getting on your fucking nerves. Are you still in love with your past person? Like, however it is, nobody would you want him coming in there telling you, like, oh, my last girlfriend used to cook good food so good. Can you cook what she cooked? My last girlfriend used to do it this way. Can you do it that way? My last girlfriend used to dress like this. Can you dress like that? Would you want him coming in telling you stuff like that? Like, mm-mm, mm-mm. Mm-mm. That's not what I want. Don't come telling me what you're used to. If that person was so great, go back with that person. Move overseas with that person. Like, don't come into a new relationship telling me all that stuff. Like, that is detrimental to our future. Because now I feel like you're comparing everything I do to that person. Okay, they moved overseas. Okay, I can understand that y'all getting to know each other and you being like, oh, well, how'd you break up? Oh, my last person moved overseas. But what is it that you were saying about this last person that made this person be like, you know what, I'm good? You are obviously caught up on this person or you're not over this person. So what is it that you were doing that made this person want to drop you like a bad habit? And that's not a good or a bad thing. It's a thing that you need to understand. Maybe this was a lesson to let you know what? Wrong approach. Let's try it again. Let's try it a different way. Okay, so why did he break up with you then? What did you say about your past person that made him break up with you? Like, there had to be a reason that this person left. And if he's telling you that it's because of your past person, are you listening to that? Are you saying, well, what is it that I did? Or are you taking accountability for what you brought into that last situation? Like, there had to be something that you told him that was a deal breaker. It could be like, you know what, we were in a polyamorous relationship and they're like, oh, okay, I'm not with that, I'm gonna move on. That doesn't mean that they don't like you, they just don't accept that kind of lifestyle from you. And that's what you need to be able to accept. Okay, we just don't accept that. Like, I've dealt with people who wanted to be, oh, let's have a threesome. Oh, that's not the kind of life I did. That don't mean that I didn't like that person. That just means that's not the lifestyle that I want to choose. And I'm gonna move on and we're not gonna do that. This is the kind of thing that you're looking for in a relationship. That's not the kind of thing that I'm looking to give you. So I'm gonna move on. It's not a good or it's not a necessarily bad thing. What is it that you said that this person was just like, I'm good. I'm gonna cut my losses. Lord, okay. You know what? You said that he broke up with you
Yeah.
because you told him about your past, and now you're saying it's your communication. Either, I'm inclined to believe that he might be right. I'm just not getting, like, I feel like you're forcing something. And how long was you with this person that you already in love with somebody else? The love of your life moved overseas, and now you in love with somebody else. Like, you fall in love, like you take a bath, don't you? Like, every single day you in love. How long was you with this Gemini before you fell in love with that person? Because And do you understand what love is? Like, what is love to you? Is it just a feeling of that hot and heavy? We about to bang, bang, bang. Is that what love is to you? Is it that intimacy, or is it the actual love that you're feeling? Is it lust that you fell into, or is it love that you fell into? Oh, and that could be. Listen, I like what Miss Linda said. She said your Gemini could have just wanted out of the relationship, and he gave you a very easy excuse to move on. Either way, you either listen. You could do. I feel like, did this person block you? Because I feel like if you could have this conversation with this person, you would. But I feel like this person was honest with you, and they just wanted to move on, and that's just it. Like, it doesn't have to be like, you want it to be a dramatic reason why they want to left. Listen, I've left people because they were too short. Like, you know what? It's just not what I'm doing. And I can't make myself like somebody regardless. Like, maybe there was an initial attraction, and then as I got to know that person, that's just not it. And so I just say, you know what? It's not you. It's me, and move on. And that could be it. But learn to accept it and move on. So you can either go to that person and say, hey, what is the real reason you broke up with me? And then find out what it was. Or you could just move on and be like, well, fuck you. You don't like me, then I'm just gonna move on. I'm not gonna beg you to be with me. Don't beg nobody to accept your love and affection. If you're giving it and that person didn't want it, move the fuck on and find somebody else. Just like you fell in love with the Gemini and you fell in love with the person that went overseas, you'll fall in love again. Just move the hell on. That's all I'm saying. Just move on. You don't have to stay in a relationship that you don't want to be in. Just or that you're not getting a reciprocated love that you want. You said you love this person, but they left you. Obviously, they didn't love you if they just left you like that. and your communication is bad is the reason that they gave. So is your communication bad? Do you feel like your communication is bad, or do you feel like he was just lying because he didn't want to be with you no more? Exactly. Please say it again for the people in the back. You cannot make somebody love you or keep you. Whatever their reason is, whether it's a superficial reason, whether it's a deep reason, if this person said, I don't want to, hands off and move on. That's all I want to say. Just hands off and move on, honey. You don't have to stay where you're not wanted. I've been kicked out of better places than this. I
True
done been
that.
dumped by, listen, I done been dumped by better people than this. just, I just say it.
True
Move
that.
on. But again, the dark skinned bald guy may be what's coming to you, but heal yourself. Heal yourself and know that you're ready to move on in full communication with the new person, in full acceptance of the new person, wiping the slate clean and being ready to move on. Y'all, I'm so hungry. I'm about to eat. I don't know what it is, but dinner for one is very good. I'm about to go have me a pizza or something. I'm so starving. But again, Miss Nisha, if you don't think your communication is bad, if you think he's lying to you, then move the hell on. You ain't listen. You ain't got
Yeah.
listen. I done been kicked out of better relationships than this, sir. I'm gonna move on and just keep it moving. All right. Wanshell, when are you coming on this show to just do this readings? Because you have been kicking ass in these comments. I love your comments, and I'm gonna keep highlighting them. You like Miss Linda today. Y'all just giving the word and letting it flow free. I love it. Keena said that's it.
So
That's the end of the list. We're done, and we're approaching 3 hours, so we're gonna have to call it quits.
she doesn't read.
She doesn't read. Oh, okay.
Mm-mm.
Could you be
Nope.
missing your calling? I mean, you can come on here and just
She
try it out and see what you like. Like do like 3, 4 reads and see what you like.
I don't even think that woman owns a deck.
You
I'd
don't
have
have
to
to
mail
listen.
her one.
She cutting up with just her regular intuitiveness. So wherever she getting this guidance from, it's she killing it
Mm.
today. You don't even gotta have no cards because you is killing it in these comments, and I like it. She said I'm preaching today. She even knows she preaching. Keena, would you like to
She
come on and
is.
say any parting words?
She's always preaching. She's my grounding, my sister that grounds me and makes me go, hey, there's a God up there. And I'm like, hey, you can keep that one for yourself.
Exactly.
No,
Miss Linda don't use cards either. She just get information, and I love it. This is Keena. This is who was in the background cracking that whip on them readings when y'all wasn't here.
I
I
think
hope
that person was
everybody
just
enjoyed their
giving common
reading.
sense information. Huh?
I said, I hope y'all enjoyed y'all readings today, and y'all will be back next Sunday. Sherry Berry, I'm so happy that you didn't get smashed up in that car.
Me too.
Yes, I'm so glad you're okay.
But does everybody know I'm supposed to get that hair? Like,
Yeah.
had that
Yeah,
happen?
they
I feel
all.
like that was a trial run on a hair situation.
You think
Three
so?
veils. Hey, Miss
Yeah.
Linda.
Well, then I should have called you to pick me up on the side of the freeway. I was just
Exactly. I
sitting
would
in
have
my
come with
I
scissors in
was
hand, honey.
I was like
Angie is
I called
crazy.
four people that I knew that was close to me to come get me off the side of the
Hey,
freeway and
Alicia.
take me to the
I would have
ER.
came right then. I would have just dropped everything. Listen, you know I can't wait to tell somebody I gotta leave. I quit work today. I gotta leave. I'd have just left.
Some of these
My
people
friend is on the
today
side
just
of the
needed
road.
like common sense answers to their questions. Like they just need somebody to tell them the truth. That's what they need.
Miss
And
Sherry,
that's what Finch
Miss
was
Linda
doing.
wants to know what happened to you. So tell them how this person violated your personal space on the 60.
Okay, so driving home on the 13th, uh, on the 60 between Alma School and Country Club, the traffic had come to a complete stop, but a person, I don't know who it was, in a white truck was dodging in and out of traffic as I watched him barrel into the back of my car. In doing that, I had some minor injuries. I was pretty shook, but my car was totaled. So I had to buy a new car yesterday, and I'm
It hasn't
still.
even been a week, has it? Like this happened like in like a week. Was it last Sunday or has it
It
been a
was
week?
it was the 13th, which was like little less than 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
So this Tuesday will be 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah. So
And
it's
they
just
kept
been
going. That's the bad thing, Miss Linda. They kept
that's yeah.
going.
They kept going. So, my insurance totaled my car. They gave me a little bit of money for my medical stuff, but they're holding back money for the rest of the medical bills. And I had to use that money to get a new car, and I still owe on my old car because I did not have gap insurance. Now, I don't owe a lot on the other car because I kept it in really good shape and condition, but that's where I'm at.
Yeah. She
So
said, "How
my
are you? Like, are you
stress,
okay? How are you feeling physically, mentally, emotionally?
physically, I'm sore. Mentally, I'm drained. Emotionally, I'm all over the place.
Are you
Probably
nervous
my,
driving now? Are you a bit nervous?"
no,
Okay.
no, I'm only nervous. Like today, we had this guy that was barreling up the exit ramp in his BMW, and he was going to hit us. And I moved over, and he just went right past me. And I was like, "You fuck! Like, are you
Wait,
effing
you were
kidding
about to get
me?"
hit in your new car?
Yes,
First of
today.
all, listen, you need a 4-leaf clover. Let me find you a 4-leaf clover or make you a 4-leaf
I
clover
have
pillow or something because Jesus Christ, people, they
I
trying to
have
take
to
you
make a new
out.
mojo bag. I have to, that's why I'm like, where are those stickers? Like, which sticker to put back on my car? Because this is what was on the old one, but I
I
got this
definitely
one
like the
today.
star. I feel like that's protection.
Yeah, so,
I can't believe
uh,
that. That is horrible.
yeah, it was,
It was a
I had,
white Tundra on the 60, wasn't it? A white Tundra?
it was a white Toyota, whether it was a
Oh, a white
Tundra or not,
Toyota.
I don't know, but I do know
Miss Linda said you need some sage, rosemary, and
that's
Palo
funny.
Santo.
So I've been doing businesses, like going to businesses and cleansing businesses, and that's what I use is sage, Palo Santo, and other forms of energy movement for those businesses. But that's pretty good.
Tina, did you hear me say my
Thank you,
plant is
Miss
coming
Linda.
back to life?
Hmm.
Good. Well, Miss Sherry Berry, I enjoyed my time with you. I hope all of you saw Miss Bonnie and Stephanie are going to start doing readings on Sundays. They're going to do 1 to 3 on Sundays, and then Miss Sherry Berry will come in with the raunchiness at 3 to whenever we get done. Listen, and y'all need to go to Miss Bonnie for them love readings. Don't come on here asking me about this love all the time.
Yeah,
Well, you know,
I'm like,
sad today. I wasn't even angry with it. It was a lot of common sense, and I feel like a lot of people already knew the answer to the question. They were just hoping
mhm.
that I would give them a different answer. Um,
Answer,
but
yes.
your gut is your gut, and only thing I'm doing, literally, when I tap into your higher power, I'm basically tapping into that gut feeling. I am literally getting the
Yeah.
information that you need. Quinn, when are you moving? Immediately when I
Moving
saw your
here.
name, I saw a moving truck. When are you moving, Quinn? And where are you moving to? Are you thinking about moving closer to your brother? I see you ready to go. Like you're tired of where you are. You're tired of Flint. When are you moving? Are you making preparations for that? Like I see cross border travel. Exactly, Miss Linda. A lot of people know when a relationship is over and they just need to move on. Miss Linda, we need to get you on here and just get on some common sense and just come on here, Miss Linda, and just read.
We just have Miss Linda and Candy doing common sense questions.
Lu Ming, what is your question? If it's a love question, no, I can't. But if it's a regular question, I can answer that. But Quinn, when are you moving? That's what I see for you. I see a moving truck and Miss Linda. You know how many times people don't call me mean? And you're not mean. You're so loving, Miss Linda. You're not mean. You don't have to have patience. You just have to be honest, and that's what most people want. I look at a lot of readers that do love readings, and they're so flowery, and they're so feeding into your insecurities. I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is. Absolutely not. No, don't do it. Don't. I'm gonna give you that common sense, and I'm gonna hit you where it hurt. Who?
What's Fridays
Fridays
After
after
Dark
dark so
coming up?
coming. Me, Alicia, and I know Miss Bonnie want to do something Friday after dark, but we want it to be a little bit more risque. We want it to be a little bit more like this is, honest, pure readers. We want it to be a little bit more risque. We want to get some men on the panel, and we want to really talk about. We want to do readings, but we also want to talk about things relationship wise or life wise. We want to get a little bit more in depth on that. So we're trying to do Fridays after dark. We just haven't gotten there yet. It's coming.
So
Brutally
what time
honest.
would that be?
I don't know. We haven't listen. We just threw it out there and it caught fire and now we don't know what to do.
Okay, well, count me in like every other Friday, maybe. I mean, it depends on when I go see Trent.
Oh, and you'll have an interesting take on it. Will Trent like to be on the panel?
Oh, probably not.
Exactly,
My
Miss Linda.
interest,
You definitely can come in for Fridays after dark. Now I know you can be honest and just tell it like it's TIE.
yeah,
All right. So
what my
whoever
interesting
that was
point of
didn't do
view
it.
is
Tina, can you send Alicia
want
that
to
link?
know if I have a future husband and what his national. No, that's a no.
Okay,
You don't
Miss
definitely don't put your
Lumine,
birthday up
you can come
there.
on Wednesday. Miss Lumine, come on Wednesday. That's when Miss Bonnie is on, and that's when she does love readings, and she will read you from the heavens back and forth on that love. Um, you're asking a lot. You're asking a lot. You want to know if you go have a husband, what's his nationality? You asking a whole lot. Jesus Christ, people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Miss Bonnie will give you, and I said if it's a love reading, don't put it in there. And you went right in there beyond what I said and put that love question in there. Come on Wednesday and Miss Bonnie will read that question. I just cannot. Just made my soul hurt. Honey, if I could predict a husband and a nationality, don't you think I would have one? Be mindful taking love advice from somebody who ain't got no husband. Mysterious world, what do you want to know in general? Um, I see you knocking on a door that's no longer open for you anymore, mysterious world. Um, and you are the very last person. When I get done with you, I'm leaving. Um, I um I see the door is not illuminated, it's dark, and you're knocking on a door and you're laying your head on a door trying to create an opportunity that's closed. The door is closed, you're in a hallway, but there's three other doors around you. Actually, there's one more other door and there's a hallway. So there's another route that you need to take, but you're still knocking on this door trying to get it to open back up. And that situation is done. That door is closed. You need to move on. And that's how they're telling it to me is that you really, really need to move on from that situation. Um, um, you're trying to make yourself, um, you're trying to create an opportunity that's no longer there. It's kind of like trying to fit into your old ballet clothes. That opportunity is gone. Like at 40 something, really, you're not going to be you're not going to be a ballet, a ballerina at this point. Like you're trying to make something fit that doesn't fit anymore. And they're saying you need to let it go. They're showing me that nine of wands again. Everybody is in that nine of wands energy where you're trying to make something work
Mm-hmm.
or you're trying to be resilient in a situation that you don't need to, you need to move on. And I don't know if this is a love relationship or what, but you're beating on a door that is closed. The lights off. It's like no room at the end. The business is shut down. The relationship is over. All of that is done, and you're still knocking on the door, and you're laying your head on the door as you tap, 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 tap to see if you can hear a sound. And they're like, this is dead. If you go in here, you're going into a dead room. You're going into a dead situation that is no longer suits you, that no longer fits you, and that is just going to cause you problems. You need to get into your Empress energy. You need to realize who you are. This is growth. This is abundance. This is you being pregnant with opportunity, with the with ideas, and you're just not falling into that. You are your own, you right now, which is the Four of Cups. And it, because this is you missing out on opportunity that's coming your way. You could go to this other door that's cracked open and they're trying to see, is this her? Is this a person that we've been waiting on? And there's a hall where you could walk down a hall to a different route and go a different way. There's so many different things that are waiting for you, but you're not taking this opportunity. You're refusing to move on. You're staying in a situation too long that you don't need to have to, and they want you to move on. um they're saying the money's dropping, but you don't have anything to catch it. Like this is where you are. You're stuck in this energy, this Three of Swords energy. You're being pierced, you're being broken, you're being hurt. But what did I tell the last person? Those little puncture wounds in there, they're letting the light shine in, and you're refusing the light. You're refusing what's being offered to you, and you're staying in the heartache of whatever the situation is versus seeing who you are and making plans to move forward. You know what this is? The Two of Wands, that's a decision that you have to make. That's you planning. That's the world in your hand at your fingertips. There's so many opportunities out there for you, but you won't move on. You're stuck in a situation where you need to go. Recognize who you are. The Empress is very sexual. She's very aware of her sexuality. She's very aware of her power. She's very aware. She holds this scepter, and that's basically like taking your wand and saying, I want this, I want this, I want this, and I want this. You have the power, but you haven't recognized the power that you have. Look at what she's holding in her hand. She has 12 stars around her crown. That's all. That's a whole year's worth of crowns. That's every single month you could get something different. There's lush green grass around her. There's growth. You are not recognizing who you are and moving forward. You should be planning for what you want, not sitting in the misery and refusing what they're trying to give to you. Your higher power is offering you this. You see this hand right here? That's your higher power saying, well, are you ready to move on? You like, nope. I want to say right here, I want to feel this pain over and over and over and over again. I just want to keep bruising my knuckles on this door while I keep pounding on this door. And I just need to move on. I just need to move on and see things for what they're supposed to be. And you're not doing it. And so that's what, Alicia, you coming to give a word? Is that why you're in the background? You want to give a word? You want to give a word? Is that what you're here to do? Give a word?
No.
Hey,
Tina said, she said, they still live. I'm not going to bring you on until they get off. I said, okay, then.
well, go ahead and give Miss Mysterious World a word. Look at her warming up. Look at her warming up. Miss Sherry Berry, do you have anything for Mysterious World?
I get the
Nope.
feeling that her thing is she gets in her own way. Like she gets in her own head. Like it's her. She outthinks a scenario before it even happens. So she self-sabotages with that because it hasn't even happened yet. So she sits there and say, okay, if I do this, then this is gonna happen. If I do this and this. So she comes up with all these scenarios so much she's overthunk it, and um that puts restraint on her end. Well, I'm not gonna do it because it's gonna come out like this because she
Too many
overthinks.
options makes me freeze up. You gonna give me more than one option? Listen, is it this car or this car? If you give me four cars, we're gonna be here all day because I'm never gonna make a decision. I'm gonna overthink it. Well, what about this? And what about that? And what about and what about? And you're exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right now. Well, I hope that helped you out, Miss Mysterious World. Find your inner power. Listen, first of all, walk away from this situation, whatever it is, whether it's a job, a relationship, or both, your city, your family, whatever it is that you need to leave behind, find that way to leave it behind and just tell your higher power. Literally, they're saying, whenever you're ready, we're ready. So tell them, I'm ready to move on. Let's move on. And you may have a day where you just cry it all out and then you move on. But you let those emotions play through. You won't even let the emotions play through so that you can move on. You're trying to be strong, but you won't let those emotions play through. Whether it's crying it all out, it's going for a walk, going for a swim, taking a boxing class to get all that aggression out, you need to go ahead and let those emotions play through so that you can move on. You're holding on to emotions that are no longer serving you anymore.
Mm.
Keena said you are still powerful in the background in the parking lot. She ain't even talking about her. She laid her power down. You laid your power down. So you need to find your strength. You need to find your voice again and know who you are. I want a new job. I want a new house. I want a reciprocal love. I want.
Melanie,
I'm
'cause let me
searching.
tell you, my work environment that I'm leaving. When I first got to the job I'm at now, I thought it was all butter because I had 10K raise. It became, I wasn't there 120 days before I said, hold up, this is not what I thought it would be. First thing I started doing my affirmation.
It's like your GPS.
I said the energy changed. I started doing my affirmations. I got to get out of here. And I started speaking it. And then I noticed I wasn't taking it seriously because I was doing the affirmations, but I wasn't doing any type of actions. And I said, for the universe and for spirit to move me out here, I got to act like I know I'm leaving. So I had to start applying for jobs. I had to be serious. I had to start doing interviews that, you know, even if the job was at a lower pay and I knew I didn't want the job, I still had to do interviews. I still had to act like I'm leaving. Universe was like, you got to
Commit
show
to the
me
move.
you
Commit to
got to
the
show me
move.
that you want to leave. You keep telling me you want to leave, but you keep showing up to this job. You're not applying to jobs. You're not doing interviews. So you don't want to leave. So that's what I started doing. I had to start acting like I wanted to leave. I'm the type of person, I can't leave a job without having a job. I'm not the person to just up and quit. I'm not. So
And as a person who's done that, don't do it. Look at my face.
and
Don't do
Don't
it.
do
and
it.
and my whole thing is, so I understand that fear. If I Because it was so many days I wanted to just walk right out like they can have this and I'm gone. But I was like, I can't do it that way. I can't. So I had to stay in it, but I also had to act like I was getting out. I had to apply. I had to do interviews. So you have to do the actions behind. Don talks about affirmations, affirmations. You have to do the actions behind the affirmations all the time because it's confusing. Okay, universe is like, I hear what your mouth say, but what are you doing?
Right. And again, that's why they showed me that she was stuck in a situation where she wasn't trying to move forward. She's stuck in the heartbreak of it. They're offering you something else, but you're refusing it. You know how I know what that card is? Because that was me. That's me bumping
All the
heads with my
time.
guys
That's
all the time.
Angie.
All the time. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. They're like, okay, well, we just gonna sit here until you do it. We just gonna sit here until you do it. Until you figure it out. But you have to decide that you're ready to move on. Tell your higher power you're ready to move on and then start to move. Don't just tell them you're ready
Yep.
to move and keep banging on that old door. You don't you refusing to look for a job. You refusing to go on an interview. You refusing to date other people. You say I'm over the relationship, but you're refusing to go out on a date. You're refusing to go out and meet people. You say you're ready to move, but you won't look for a house. You say you want a new car, but you won't even find out if you can qualify for a loan. What actions are you taking to show your higher power that you're ready to move on? So, mysterious world, what are you doing to show your higher power you're ready to move on? Stop beating a dead horse, like you said, and move on. All right. So I hope that helps you out. All of you people that are saying a reading would be nice, it would be nice. Again, come back on tomorrow. Nope. Tea time will be tomorrow, but she won't be doing reading. So come back on Tuesday. No, is it Tuesday morning? Yes, Tuesday morning. Miss Julie will be back on with Claudine. I don't know if they do readings or if they just give advice, but definitely Wednesday morning, Miss Bonnie and Miss Julie will be on, and they'll be giving readings, and that's where you can get all the love readings you want. And then Wednesday night, me and Don, and then Thursday morning, Don and Shauna. So if you're following us, then you'll get a notification. God, what is I can't never get Miss Shauna's. What is it? God,
Divine,
divinely guided.
divinely
Divine.
guided, divine guided. No, divinely guided. No,
Oh, naturally divine
Natural
goddess. There it is.
divine.
That's
that's
it.
Got it.
it.
Naturally divine goddess.
We all
All those
we all
people
suck.
are in my
We
list.
do.
So follow all those people. Naturally divine goddess, Sonoran Mystic Tarot, calling all angels, 1111, love right
Love Riot Warriors, and who else?
warrior, Gabriel, with Avita, I think that's it. I can't think of nobody else. I think I got everybody. Money. Oh, Miss Susan, Grayson. So follow all of
Grayson.
those people. One of us is on 7 days a week. Every single day of the week, you can catch one of us and you can get a reading. Okay. So I hope you come back, Miss Mysterious World. I hope to see you back on Sunday with some good news, some positive information. And if nothing else, just come back and absorb that energy. Okay. All right. So have a good night. Thank you all.